song is dedicated to the coronation of the Honorable Obaseki Kingdom, who are from Ghana. Obaseki, sir.
Hello, my people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Yes, we are back again. Happy new month to every one of you right there. Happy Monday, happy new week. In fact, that is what we call, for those of you that support football, that is what we call hat trick. Happy new month, happy new week, happy Monday. How you guys doing, my Najawas family? We're back here again. Yes. I'm sorry, I've been offline all day. Trust me. I get what they do for one, and they busy. I cannot be everywhere at the same time. But it's good to be back again to see you all right here with me. Let's do this together. Governor Obaseki finally speak out. Yes, they organized Edo Social Media Influencers Conference today. The most amazing part of this conference was Governor Obaseki finally said, "I'm not angry with you." Governor Obaseki revealed on this video that he's seen the most plights or more of the plight from adult light all over the world. He said, "I am not angry with you all." So make I tell you now, for some of you way they verse. Governor saying not the, he's saying not the verse with you now. In fact, the governor of Edo State stretch him to that extent, say, he can use laughter talking. How people go to say he say etc. hospital. How people go say he don't say etc. hospital to car park. He can laugh for that matter. My people, how na day. It shows say everything when they talk or when we they talk, they listen. But the only thing though that I learned from this video that I want you to also learn, although you can learn anything you want to, and everybody attached to their own opinion. But what I learned from this video is that don't say things that you don't act fat to. Okay? Don't just come up and say something because you hate somebody. If you check, we have been criticizing Obaseki. In fact, we go checkmate and criticize until the end of his tenure. But I've never one day be on air to say something that I cannot back up. Yes, that's the only thing. You know, don't just say something. Say, they say Obaseki this. They say, find out. If you check when they talk about the central hospital, they say you don't sell them, you don't do anything, you don't circulate everywhere. Now, here, say Nigeria was talking about them. And I know why. Because I tried to find information, I could not get a concrete information. So because of that, I refused to talk about them. In fact, people reach me. Nigeria was, you not talk about this central hospital. Well, Obaseki, you say so. Or you don't do this one. You don't turn out to car park. You don't do this one. I say, yes, we are still doing our findings. Okay, we are not perfect, but that is how it's supposed to be. In case somebody accuse someone like me tomorrow, say, Nigeria was, leave Obaseki alone. I'll say, no, I'm checkmating Obaseki with facts. So, my people, the governor of Edo State, Governor Godwin Enoriaga, said Obaseki, in fact, he joke, me can't even think say whether he be comedian for this video. Because he can jokingly respond to almost everything for this video. You know, Mona know the carry matter, Mona no know. Mona know the talk with una no know. Mona know let people pay una. Mona tell the square person name. Mona know. He show say, governor, he head off fool. He dey see everything. Eh? Come say, what did happen? He respond to all of una. Meanwhile, I don't think deliver this governor video without I not recognize my family for the comment section. But I not verse of some of them will not follow me where they will say play and I know. Now me and my Naija Watch family now they drag this matter they go. So some of them they pass. Now they put pressure for person body. The true Naija Watch family they not they put pressure for my body. I so free recognize them. That's all they do for here. Not verse. If they verse, fair go first. Come back later, okay? Yeah, Musa Abdul, I see right there. Good evening to you. Susie Campbell, Israel Semuta, my brother. I see you. Osas Osezua. I see you. Sazeme Igariva. Mr. Johnson, Emmanuel. I see Una. Osaga Daddy is right there with us. Don Obo, Rich Derrick. The Irons Ward is right there with us. Bovo Kongai once again. I see you now right there. Vivian Da Rose, I see you. Ima Aigbedion, Edgar, nice. Osezua, I see you now. Good evening, good evening. Patricia Nofe, my lovely sister, I can see you right there. Rita Derrick, once again, I see you right there. Rita Adams, I see you. Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening. Happy New Week. Happy Monday. Happy New Month to every one of you. Eosa Francis is right there with us. Thank you very much for joining us. I see Osifo John, beauty lady. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, my good people. Amayo Joy, I see you right there. Idris, I see you. Bishop Akire, I see you right there. Sagbovo Konga once again. Tina David, I see you. Good evening to every one of you. Andrew Omokaro is right there with us. Thank you. I know say the way comment for you, I go meet somebody today, and that person go the verse for me. I better not verse. Come here, you're fool. Me never even start to talk. Come here, wait there. It's too much. Okay. Make I settle down. There's I don't run more than my shadow now. Oh yeah, come down. Oh yeah, revise. Not go miss anybody. Cannot feel wahala this evening. You know. Harrison, I see Roland OGB from Facebook. God bless you. Thank you very much for joining us, my people. Ida Osa Betty, I see you. I'm going to join once again. Thank you. Who again? Jonathan Greek. Oh, DIC, I see you. Who says more? ECOWAS. ECOWAS. Make una join now. Because we don't get one ECOWAS for here. Now make una join and help us fight our devilish politicians. Because the matter now with this, so they say ECOWAS on the top of this matter. So we don't see one ECOWAS now. Don't deal with us. You know, Osasere, I see you right there. I see Festus Idemudia, Jolly Sibo, F.A. Richard, Uyi Max, Harmony Kings. I see Una, in fact, Una plenty. Williams Edobo, I see Una Susie Campbell once again. I see Una Paul Egbon, Akim. What's up? Alex Osas, I see Una. Good evening. Eosa Francis is right there with us. I appreciate every one of you. if I know say I must meet somebody today, but that person I don't beg in advance. Because the one comment the fly, the come not can understand again. Make una calm down, make una the calm down. Una body to the hot safe. Calm down. Calm down, calm down, calm down. If Richard, I see you. Osajimo, I see you. Jolly Silver once again. Festus, Idemudia Flash. Once again, I see you right there. Thank you, my good people. I beg me could do this. Our best Desmond, Stephen, Matthew. What's up, my good people? Thank you very much for joining. I see Imagodo Roland. I beg, make you listen to Governor Obaseki. Governor Obaseki say, the verse for us again. I not say una, because might say us, because me, I'm part of it. Osasere Ogbewi, thank you very much. Good evening to every one of you. Saying all the verse, they listen to it and they talk, everything, but one thing where you don't want, you don't let una know the facts now. After today, una constantly talk with una no know they go if you converse. And so you talk am. Yes, talk am for this video. No be me they carry the talk. Una no say this channel will not they carry the talk. Anything where would they talk, I must back them up. That make me they tell anybody say take me to court. If you know I've said anything that I cannot back up, yes, my people, make we listen to Governor Godwin Enogherase Obaseki. And God bless all of you. I bet make una share. As all of you there now, get about 200 people already here now. I bet hit that like button. Hit the like button and let others know that we are right here. God bless you all. Let's listen together. I'll be watching the comment section. I can respond at any time. I can interrupt the video at any time. I beg in advance, no verse.
We need to stand to our feet. Culture demands we do that. Everybody in this room, stand to your feet as we bring to the front order president and the brightest star in the room today, the chief executive of this state. Let's put our hands together for Governor Godwin Obaseki for his keynote address. Please continue to clap until the governor gets to the podium. Continue to clap. Thank you so much. The governor's presence is an endorsement of today's occasion. Thank you, Mr. Governor. We appreciate it, sir.
Please be seated. When you are addressing an audience like this, you don't know what the protocol will be like. So let's not even talk about protocol, and welcome all of you, particularly Banky and IK, my cousin, to Benin to meet sorry, can I have a glass of water? I've been talking all morning at other sessions. Social media influencers. It's indeed very exciting for me to be with you here this afternoon, to see the faces and the names that have been abusing me on social media. You see?
When I hear what Governor Obaseki talk for there, he said I can see the faces that have been abusing me on social media. I don't know whether they try to talk to us but many people did there. But whether they try to point to Nigeria Watch or us, I don't know. But he talk and say some faces where they abuse them for social media. Because Governor Obaseki I never abused you before. I they tell you say make you walk. I they tell you say make you expose your predecessors. I they tell you say step on toes. I they tell you say time they run out. Finish. That word where Governor Obaseki talk just now. Say I can see the faces where they abuse me for social media. I don't know whether me join that one or maybe I believe say many of the way they comment section will join. We could listen to that part again.
Here this afternoon to see the faces and the names that have been abusing me on social media. You see? Maybe I don't catch it now. You see, I'm really, really glad to be here with you and to just, I wish I'd come in earlier to hear Ike speak, but I know his story. I've known Ike since he was this high. But just listening to Banky and his message, I just said to myself, wow, yes, some people get it. I'm sure a lot of my people will now get it. That we are a very special breed of people from this part of the country. Edo people are very, very special. I don't know. There's something in our DNA. And I tell you, because when I went to Germany a couple of weeks or months ago, with the German government to talk about the return of our artifacts with the Crown Prince, just feeling some of those works, holding them, the sheer weight, the finesse in those crafts, I said, wow. Many of these works were created 300 years before the invasion. So I'm saying, you mean our forebears had this sense of artistry? They could work with a difficult material like metal to come out with such fineness and, such amazing productions? This was when we didn't have technology. This was when we hadn't studied the art of engineering, but this is where our people were. So for me, there's no further evidence that we have this creativity, we have that innovation in our DNA. It's there, that's who we are. And for us, the issue is, how do we translate all of this inheritance, all of this endowment to today? In a very, very disruptive world. I just finished a session with my civil servants and said, well, look, there is no time in the history of mankind that you've had this amount of disruption in such a short period of time. Look at all of you, say you are social media influencers. 10 years ago, did any of you exist doing this? Totally new industry, totally new business. In 10 years' time, will you still be relevant? Maybe not. Maybe you'll be much bigger. So we are in a very unique time in our history as mankind. If somebody had told you that last year the whole world will come to a standstill, that nobody will move, that all the big men who had all the money with the planes, if before ill, they'll be stuck, would you have believed? So what am I saying? It's a changing world. And somehow God has placed you in this very unique situation and position at this point in time to be quite powerful and useful in moving messages back and forth, in communicating ideas, in communicating issues. And I sit back and ask myself, do these young people really know what we're doing in Edo State? I'm sure they don't. So when people say, oh, he's very thick-skinned, I say, look, it's like I forgive them because they don't know what they are doing to me. They also don't know what they are doing to themselves. Here is a man who has come to try and come and help open the space, free it up for them. And they are persecuting him. The same people I'm trying to wrestle power from, wrestle and open up the space for you. And the same people who are giving them money to try and stop the process, and they haven't realized that. But it's not about politics. It's about where we are today. Where we are today as a country, where we are today as a people, and how we are positioning ourselves for the new world we found ourselves in. I was just telling my civil servants, I said, look, Tesla, the car makers, the electric car makers, received an order for how many cars? 100,000 brand new cars from Hertz. What's that saying? That's saying that, look, the world is saying we're not going to drive vehicles with petrol again. It's gone. Yeah, so all the junks they're sending to us now, it's only a few years' time. We will not be able to use them. We'll have to use the technology of now and the future. What is the implication of that? Nigeria, oil giants, suddenly we'll be like Lilliputians. Because for some strange reason, the last 2 generations have evolved, believing that because of oil money, we can buy anything in the world, that we don't have to produce anything. That innate creativity in us, that innate spirit of innovation we killed for 2 generations. Growing up, it was African-American pop music we were listening to. James Brown, Patti LaBelle, everybody else. We could tell, the names of every artist, small and big in America, as if we didn't have artists here. Fast forward 2 generations. Does anybody even listen to any music that's not Nigerian? What has changed? What I see happening is that there's been a very, very rapid transformation of us. That thing in us as a people is now beginning to come out. And we're now utilizing modern tools to propagate those values, those creative values, those artistic values in us. And just see how we succeeded in the spaces that have been open to us. Music, movies, areas that government cannot regulate. Government cannot regulate how you think. Government cannot regulate how you think and project yourselves, right? See the amount of success that we have attained in those areas. But every other area where government has a hold, bandwidth, electricity, water, the one they can look at what they're doing. Look at the amount of progress we've made in those areas, in the areas of creating the infrastructure we need to express ourselves. So that's been the challenge of this country in the last 2 generations. That myopia that, we have oil, we are rich, we can buy everything, we therefore don't need to create anything. You have lots of big people, very rich people, in quotes, and you cannot say this is the basis of their wealth. This is the enterprise that produced their wealth. And then suddenly those ones using their money to now buy political influence and political power to dominate the space. And then all of us fighting each other, complaining, waiting for crumbs, and sub-optimizing our existence. That's what has happened. And for us in Edo, we are lucky that a process started several years ago. And I will say, I won't say it's me, it's God. I am an accidental governor. Because if I had been through that process, PA to somebody, member honorable in our House of Assembly, some legislator in Abuja, maybe I would not be thinking the way I'm doing today. I came from totally off flank, coming into government, coming into politics, and I can see that this is a very constricted and circumscribed society. But we don't also realize that the major asset, the major resource we have is our young people. We have that demographic advantage today. I don't know whether we'll have it in 30 years. So what use do we put that advantage to now? Let us not go through the pains, the challenge South Africa is going through, where when there were young people like you, they were fighting for apartheid. We will not receive instructions in Afrikaans. We will not do this, we will not do that. Fine. South Africa under Mandela became free. What happened to those kids who fought for ANC? They didn't go to school. So today, they're not able to take advantage of the opportunities that independence or the freedom has produced. And what are the consequences? We suffer it in the form of xenophobia, because Nigerians come in, work hard, take advantage of the opportunities, and they say, oh, you are a problem. You're the one taking our jobs, taking our fine women, leave our country. So the point is, for us in Edo today, where are we? What are we about? It's about opening up the space. Somehow, over the years, we just thought that the most critical factor, the most important element in here is government. So I go into people's private parties now. The moment I come in as governor, they stop and play national anthem. In your private party. Do you understand? That's the way government has gotten to us. We just don't realize that this place is so much bigger than we see. What is going on here? Today in Edo, the total amount of money we have to spend as government is about $500 million equivalent, right? We have about 200 billion as government a year. But in terms of remittances alone, about $20 billion comes into this country every year. It was about 25 before COVID. At least with the kind of contribution Edo has in the diaspora, we earn nothing less than 10% of that amount. So roughly $2 billion come in, and most of it comes into this state every year from individuals who've gone out to work. So here we are as government. We have only 500 million. Private people bring in 5 times what we spend. Because you check with the banks. How many bank branches are there in Benin City alone? More than 100. And for a bank branch to break even, it has to do a certain amount of turnover. So the money exists. But because you do not have a government that's organized, that opens up the space, you don't see it. Because that 500 million of government is like what you call the egg, the seed capital, the equity. That's what we politicians are fighting about. And my position is that if you eat the egg, will you get the chicken? Huh? If you eat the yam head, will you get harvest? But if you invested, you are lucky, you fertilize the egg properly, would you not have many more chicken and create opportunity? So for Edo, I see the rest of most other states in Nigeria today. We have that unique advantage, and it comes again from our creativity as a people, our restlessness. When a young man wakes up and say, I not do again, say, so I not do this barbing again. He sells his equipment, takes the 300,000 naira, gives it to somebody who will help him go to Europe, and say, okay, how you want to go? Say, look, we had. I don't know, I can't throw the desert, so I will go. Other people not, when they go, they get too ahead. That mindset is very unique. So as government, I said, maybe rather than condemning such people, maybe you want to tap into that mindset and give them opportunities to grow and do something here. So this is essentially the background behind what we're doing as government. How do we use the seed capital, invest it properly, build the required infrastructure, so that our citizens, they don't have to be clamoring for government jobs. They can create jobs on their own. How many of you here work for government? How many? No, very few, if any. My chief of staff says he's the only one. But all of you, are you not paying your house rents? Are you not surviving somewhat? Of course it could be better. But when we now think, people now make you think that, oh, without government there's no life. I want to fester of government and take that life, that investment capital, which should provide for everybody, then we have a crisis. And that is the struggle I believe we're seeing today. And unfortunately, some of you are, I would say being used, have not been properly, well, you can take a position, but I'm sure many people don't see things from that perspective. To say, what is my role in utilizing the tool I have? As Banki said, we have just realized as government that, well, 5 years on, things are happening, but our people are not taking advantage. We have Edo jobs. Because there's that basic intrinsic distrust of government. So when we put out adverts for jobs online, guess what? You have lots of applications. And you call and say, come, they will need you for an interview tomorrow. I'm in Lagos. I'm in Port Harcourt. But we thought, how did you then get to know about Edo jobs? I just browsed and went, looked at the website because I've been looking for work. But ask a lot of young people in Edo. No. It's the government, I lie. I know it. So we're having a problem where opportunities are being created, we're seeing those opportunities, but people who don't live in Edo are now coming in to take advantage of those opportunities. We are building infrastructure. Last night, I was having dinner with two very, very important people, big private business people. The owners of IHS. I don't know whether you know them. IHS own most of the towers, telecom towers in Nigeria. You know, because after that confusion with all the telecom companies, because the telecom companies now say, no, we don't want to. They give all their towers to this company to manage everybody. So they manage all the towers, about 7,000 or so towers across the country. And we've been working with them in Edo on some transactions. I'm sitting down and talking with them. Then realized one of the engineers told me that, you know, that Edo, I was there many years ago, I was there 13 years ago. I said, what did you come to do? Well, we said that was where we started. After Lagos, we came to Benin. I started building out our business until we had a break with MTN and Airtel. He said, so I like Benin. I know Benin. Oh, there's one hotel. Saidi. I said, Saidi Center. He says, it's still there. No, I said, it has closed. And he said, do you know that your state, the reason why we really want to work with you, is that your state is an infrastructure hub for our services. I said, I know. Not only an infrastructure hub for like telecoms now, but also an infrastructure hub for transportation, an infrastructure hub for electricity, an infrastructure hub for gas. And electricity and gas are the two key elements we need for industrialization. So if we can just organize ourselves, organize government properly, plan, think, the key resources to make it happen are here. Dubai does not have a fraction of what we have. The UAE does not. It's a desert. Dubai does not even have oil. They just have only one of the factors we have, location. So I just see a realm of possibilities. But if the people who have the opportunities are not selling their opportunities, who will sell it for them? If the person who is trying to open up the space for them is the one they are hitting hard at, and if they kill him, who will be the next person to ever think and support this? So when they said, come here today, I said, I'm coming to tell this people, when you people finish, you kill me. No, that's Abi. Because the way the structure of the place today is, unfortunately, the odds are so stacked against you, you have no idea. You have no idea. People sit in Abuja, they're manipulating monetary policy, manipulating the fiscal policy. I can't even see how you guys will make it if you don't force a fight to bring this existing system down so that you can open it up for you. I mean, in the meeting yesterday, I said, well, why are you not bringing any more money? He said, who will bring money into Nigeria today? Nobody. When you don't know the rates at which you bring the money and the rates at which you take it out. If you have money today, if you have it in Nigeria, will you bring your money to Nigeria? You bring the money, at what rate? You say you go and sell at 4 or something, and some people are buying at 5. Tomorrow it might be going to 700. Who will do that? So it's only us that can build a system. And I am so optimistic because when I see what you guys are doing, what Mbanki have done, what IK have done, and hundreds of them, thousands of them have done in the space of entertainment where they had the freedom, I'm encouraged that it doesn't really matter. Let's continue this fight. Let's break down the walls. Let's be disruptive. I have disrupted the political space whether they like it or not. And that disruption should have ripple effects across the economy. I told you, Sidon Goma, I said, you are printing money, you are destroying this economy. They start to fight me and attack me. Have I lied? We have to disrupt this place and create a new order, that a relevant new order to see us and our children to where we want to go. You are as good as any other media influencers anywhere in the world. But how are we directing these energies? Mostly on we're focusing our energies on a disrupted and disjointed political arrangement. No, it's a waste. But people are not stupid. They know. So let's pack that aside. And so what are the new opportunities we're creating in it? First, I want this place to be a technology hub. It has to, because your creativity, your innate creativity, your innate artistry can only be propagated if you have those key infrastructure. I was in the British Museum last week, here again with the Benin Dialogue Group, talking about artifacts. And we're going to say, no, people don't even understand what we're trying to do. That we have some unique advantages all over Africa, where they talk about Benin because of these bronzes in all the museums, right? So I was sitting down with the curators. They've been working on this for the last 12, 13 years. Just when I came in, we were able to make progress. And they said, for me, the significance of these pieces is that we are moving objects that are so well known already in Europe back to their origins, back to their source. Not for them to just go and sit down in museums, no, but for these objects to serve as inspiration for a new generation to make contact so that it tells you who you are. That if my forebears could do this so many years ago, let me try and surpass what they did. Because most of you will never see those objects. You just see them in photographs. So bringing them here creates that connection, almost a spiritual connection with your past. But more importantly, it opens up a new space. It opens up a new space for so much. Because we want to create, we're designing a cultural district in downtown Benin City, where you have spaces, cultural open spaces to view objects, to entertain, to do to be creative, and to do what you guys know how to do best. But that link, I was in London and I was hearing BBC talk about these Benin bronzes, and on the main BBC news, I said, oh, this is what we want. They gave us a couple from Cambridge. I said, no problem. So I'll ask somebody in future to now do a replica and send back there. I said the original. So for that space, they took the where they used to display it in their museum. They put a replica designed by an artist here. And so when visitors go in the future, they say, no, the original of this piece is in a museum in Benin. There's now something to send you, attract you to its origin. So for me, it's more creating that relationship so that you can continue to bring traffic. You can continue to bring an economy into the city. And when that economy comes, who are the professionals, who are the practitioners that will take advantage of such economy? Is it not you guys? Everybody says Lagos, 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 Lagos. What makes Lagos stick? People. People. When I got back in 1994 from the States, Lagos had failed as a city. There was Awolowo Road was a tiny strip. In 1995, 1994, 95, was a tiny strip full of petrol stations. Right, and there was a lot of fuel scarcity. And people would just park their cars for weeks and leave and go away. So Lagos had failed. Today, Lagos accounts for almost, it is a 5th or 7th largest economy in Africa. Lagos State alone. And I see the same possibility here. And all that will make that difference is in the investments we make today as government. So we're investing in electricity, and as God will have it, no city has the amount of electricity than Edo, Benin City. There's 1,000 megawatts of power here. 1,000 megawatts of power here lying idle. So our fight is, how do we restructure the distribution arrangement, get investors in, so that we can take this power and give it to people. We have, and why do we have power? Because this is the cheapest place to generate electricity, where transmission and distribution meets, and where you have onshore gas. Working with Main One, we've built, I mean, for me it was like magic. This premises, if you go around, it has fiber. We have almost 800 kilometers of fiber around this city and some other cities in Edo. It's there. We just, I don't know how many of you have gone to our tech park in Okoromi. You know, we deal with the nursing school. That thing was built in 6 months. We have at least 150 young men and women like you who are there training. And by the time they finish, it's a 6-month training program, by the time they finish, they get jobs as programmers, as software engineers, immediately. The permanent site has been designed by another group of investors, by Benin Technical College, and they'll start construction early next year. Our goal is we want to create at least 10,000 software engineers in these states between now and another 5 years, because the world is about software. Everything in the world today is software. And we stand an advantage, because if I am a manufacturer or I'm producing something in America today, I want somebody to do a code, to develop a code for a process. It's going to take you 1,000 man-hours. And I say, okay, how much? You are charging me $20 an hour in Estonia. You are charging me $17 an hour in Latvia. You are charging $25 an hour in India. And I'm charging $7 an hour in Edo, or $10 an hour. Where would the business go to? And you don't have to. You are in your house. They'll give you the work. You design, they check online, you finish, they post your money to your account. So if I have 10,000 people in this city earning $50,000 to $100,000 a year, we will not be better than Lagos. So on a final note, you notice I have spoken, I've not talked about politics, because that's what all of you are interested in, and I'm not interested anymore. Because I finished my lecture. I'm not interested in development. Is Banky and Ike have come in, and they've shown you this is just a tip of what is possible. In all that's going on now, something good is going to come out. We are a very big country. 200 million is a lot of people. But somehow, in our thinking, from a policy standpoint, from a political standpoint, we don't seem to realize it. So people are talking, the president went to present a budget to the House of National Assembly. How much was this budget? $34 billion for 200 million people. The city of Massachusetts, the state of Massachusetts, I think it's Massachusetts in America, or one of those small states. Their budget with about 9 million people is $45 billion. 9 million people. So we are a very big country, but we don't think big. A few people just want to sit down and control everything and limit us and keep us small, thinking that they are doing us a favor. And I expect that you have to now begin to have that understanding that this country needs to be opened up. The space needs to be opened up. There is enough space for everybody. But it starts with the political emancipation first. And we've done it in Edo. You cannot say these are the godfathers of the people holding the system. No, they don't exist. They don't. So we've gone through that process. The next now is how do we, now have we opened up this political space, how do we now express ourselves? How do we organize to make sure we begin to attract people to come in attract investments so that people can bring money in here and we'll do well. We've not done much. But look at now I've said, before I construct any highway now, any road, I will shine my eye and make sure I clean up the area first. Look at what happened, we've just done in Okoromi and Amagba. Just because of the main roads, the infrastructure we put in there. See how the communities are killing each other. Because the value of those assets have gone up. And we can see growth in so many areas. People are calling. Look at rental values. Rents are just going up. The economy is growing. It will grow because the human beings exist. And these human beings need goods and services. For you as influencers, I hope that as you leave this audience today, as you leave this conference, you now begin to understand that, look, where, as Banky said, you have a weapon that is so powerful, that is so transformational. Try and use that weapon for good. Don't buy people's lies. Don't let, when people say, take one, this is the story. When you finish with that, okay, tomorrow what then happens? Let's look for opportunities that are sustainable, and they exist. I can give you those opportunities. We can direct you to those opportunities. I'm leaving you guys very optimistic, knowing that you already know, when I read some of your communications and how smart and how, I don't want to use any negative, how smart that some of the messages have been coined. I just am awed. Because sometimes they take a story that totally is false or non-existent, and just bring it to life. They bring the story to life. And it's just, and I'm going out and I'm asking, why are you destroying the hospital? Destroying the hospital for motor park? I said, this people will kill me. I said, okay. They said, okay, what? I said, well, maybe I should go and hire them and tell them that, look, I have two hospitals on the site. One is 90 years old, one is 5 years old. I'm trying to move the one from 90-year-old to 5-year-old one so that I can provide better quality medical services. Is there anything wrong with that? But it's... You are laughing, eh? Look at the room. They know themselves. But just to end, I'm very glad that you guys have put this together on your own. I want to just assure you, as a government, that in the next few weeks we'll be going through some major changes. We're going to be making announcements. I'm trying to open government, totally open, and you have access to all the information you need. We've done something in Edo which is rare. We now have what we call an Edo Communications Office. And this is where in every agency of government, we now have documented what they do, what they have done, so that you can independently go in there, get the information you want to, and interpret it the way you want to. So content is key. So we're trying to get government to put out genuine content in a sustainable manner. You don't have to wait for the commissioner or PS for you to know what is going on, how many projects have been undertaken in a particular ministry, what they have done right, what they haven't done right, how much the contract was bidded out for. All of that is there. We owe it to the people. We are moving into an era where we will be getting more tax revenues to run government than money from Abuja. And for you to do that and sustain that, then you must be able to explain to the people who are giving you the money what you're doing with what they have given you. I want to thank you and to assure you that, honestly, I am not angry with any of you. I mean, what giving you the money, what you're doing with what they have given you. I want to thank you and to assure you that, honestly, I am not angry with any of you. I mean, one of you came to see me a couple of, we just had an interaction. And he said, oh, no, I could see the shock. I said, look, I haven't done, I mean, I know that you've been acting on information from a particular slant. Now that you have a full spectrum, I will get angry if you now go ahead and continue that way when you now know better. Now you should be a lot more balanced. But since you didn't have no issue, so the same thing goes for all of you. But I believe that working with you going forward, we will create an Edo, create in an Edo what no one else has in this part of the world. Creating a communications office, right? So when I say something or put, facts about a particular issue area, I'm able to explain it to you. Yes, we want to build 5,000 kilometers of road in Edo State over the next 5 years or 7 years. This is how we want to do it. We know that this is deficit. This is the amount of money we have, and this is how we want to go about the plan. It's being able to authentically and frankly let the people know what government is doing. Be honest enough to tell them about the constraints of government.
Yes, my people, please like this video. Like this video, help us to like. I'm bullet pointing everything that we are going to analyze today. I'm bullet pointing everything here. So in case you guys have your own points, you are going to bring it out once we put the phone number out there. Try to bullet point everything. The $34 billion, that is bullet point. I've bullet pointed that. The Okoromi community youth are killing themselves because of the road that was structured or repaired there. That has been bullet pointed. And the 90-year-old hospital and the 5-year-old hospital, that has also been bullet pointed. In fact, I've bullet pointed a lot of statements from here that we're going to talk about. I want you guys to take time as well. Help me to bullet point yours in case I know hear some. You will call. You say, Obaseki talking like this. I beg, if you want us just now, anything way not talk more. Wait till you talk, now we talk for yeah. When I hear I mean not go for trouble because you don't talk and I say, I don't tell you now how things be. Henceforth, I hear so still they manipulate things. I not be. You say then I'll be angry. At the moment, I'm not angry with you all. All right, please hit the like button and let's continue to listen to Governor Godwin Enowerase Obaseki. We can see Mommy Diaspora is in the building. Yes, good evening to you, mother of all. Yes, let's move on, my people.
And also break things down into them in the modules they can understand. What September 19th last year taught me is that our people are not stupid. They know what is going on. They may not be able to explain it in sophisticated terms, but they can tell, they can feel when something is right and is not true. They also have a very strong sense of justice and fairness. And lastly, they are very aspirational, particularly the young people. They know who they are, even when they have not received the kind of quality education they ought to have, but it doesn't make them feel diminished. So with this in mind, our engagement with social media is going to be based, one, on openness, one, on respect and frankness.
Okay, thank you, Your Excellency. Please, let's put our hands together for the governor. While we're switching the batteries for the microphone, I'm directing this question at IK. The person wants you to answer the question. Says, how do you intend to connect more to Edo State people knowing your history? This is from Matthew Osas. I guess that's your last name here. A while ago I said this was homecoming for you, so I think this person is latching onto that to say, how do you intend to, going forward, connect more with Edo State? Of course, you succinctly made reference to how that you've always longed for opportunities to come back here and make impact, and I'm sure that process has begun right now. So by the time the battery is replaced, I'd like you to answer that one.
First of all, one more time, I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to be here. This is my second trip this month to Benin, and there's a possible third one, right? You'll find that a lot more has started to happen in terms of the access to Benin, and this is Benin's story. I've always wanted to come and do things here because I'm Edo, I'm from Benin, right? But I think there are a lot more people across the country that want to come, but accessibility has been an issue. But thank God for the present government that has made it possible for people who are interested to find avenues to come. We've been talking for the last 2 days about things we want to do, and these aren't money-making ventures for us, but more, how can we open up the space? He said it His Excellency said it 1,001 times during his speech about opening up the space. I have something called the IK Talks, which is it's a give back initiative where people who want to be presenters, radio presenters, TV presenters, MCs, we train them for just 1 day. We answer questions, and then we bring speakers as well to talk to them, sort of like what happened here today. And we've been looking to do things like that here. And so we've been talking for the last 2 days about how we can make things like that happen, how we can open up radio, TV, trainings and stuff. And we've got a lot of support from the state government in terms of their willingness to open up the space for us to do stuff. So I can assure you, over the next 2 years, you'll be seeing me a lot here. You'll be tired.
Let's put our hands together for IK. All right, that's great. So let's turn to Banky quickly now. One here says, a friend of mine has been a social media influencer for 10 years now and does not have more than 11 followers. What do you advise he should do with his life? From MC
I think actually, I'm having a hard time hearing with the echo.
Okay.
Can you just say it to me?
All right, so he says there's a friend of his who has just 11 followers on social media.
11 followers?
11 followers, yes. So what should such a person do with their life?
The question is that a friend has 11 followers. 11 followers. What should they do with their life? You go and talk to God about that one. Here's the thing. I do think there's an important point to make here, which is that you don't need to have millions of followers to be influential. It's not true. You don't need to, yes, you know, the Davidos and the Wizkids and co may have millions of followers, but that's applicable for what they do and where they are. Now, I'll tell you an interesting story. I'll tell you an interesting fact. EME as an agency partners influencers and ambassadors with corporate companies. And sometimes the influencer and the ambassador that the company wants to work with, we have tools that we track what your audience is like. So maybe you don't have 5 million followers. Maybe you have 10,000 or 5,000 or 20,000. But the audience that listens to you is the audience that a company actually wants to talk to. So you can have a small number of followers, but your influence can be great in a particular sector. And that's why you have to know who you are, what your messaging is, how to position yourself. There are people in the fashion space. Most of you here don't even know who they are. But everybody who is anybody in the fashion business, they follow them on Instagram because of the way that they communicate, the things that they push, the kind of content that they create, the way that they speak. And so companies feel comfortable saying, okay, this girl only has 5,000 or this guy only has 10,000 people or whatever. But the quality of the audience that they have is the audience that we're looking for. So the person that has 11 followers, 11 may be a bit small, to be honest with you, but I think let's not, in joking, miss the point, which is that no matter how small your audience is, your audience can be important, and your messaging can be important.
Right.
So pay attention to that.
Let me follow up. I hope you hear me this time. Banky, let me follow up with that one quickly.
For honoring the invitation, sir.
So I only have 5 minutes, so I think I need to fast forward
through my story. But are you guys enjoying the talk so far? Okay, so let me fast forward to when I was trying to put music out in Nigeria. You know, I did a song called Ebute Meta. I don't know if you guys remember. It was a remix. So Ebute Meta had come out, but I wasn't even around at the time. So the song had played. People like Ike were playing the song on radio. People didn't know who I was. So I came to the country and I said, let me quickly shoot a video so that people will, understand that this is the boy that sang that song. But you know, in the entertainment business, fame comes way before fortune. So people will know who you are before you have started making any kind of money. And in that year, I had saved up money from my engineering job. I had spent everything on DJs, on promo, on sorting out radio people, on just, by the end of the year, I was borrowing 5K from an egbon of mine that was letting me stay in his house, just so that I could get around, and he gave me a car, one beat up car like this that broke down on every major road in Lagos. Awolowo Road, Oregon, everywhere in Lagos, the car will scatter. And the funny thing was, because I had a video on TV, when the car breaks down, the conductors, if you have never seen Lagos conductors, they're very, very interesting guys. They'll just pull up and say, Ebute Meta, what happened? Then they will help me push the car. And all of this was going on. I remember at the end of the 2008 year, I had spent everything that I had, and the music was not working. As in, we were begging for people to allow me play shows. I went to church. You know when you go for midnight service, and you now when you write your prayer request in the Bible that God, this 2009 year, it has to work. I wrote everything down. I prayed. I was leaving church. Armed robbers carried me. They put me in the back of the car. They beat me. They took everything, the small money, my chain, all the things I was trying. They took my shoes. They took my cap. They dragged me left and right. They used us to rob another car. I now thought that I now started praying that let police not come now, because they will now say they shot 5 armed robbers, not knowing that me, I'm a hostage. So I had gotten to this place of intense depression that I've been trying, this thing is not working, I'm not making any money. My parents want me that I should not go and say that I'm trying to do music in Nigeria. And that's what I carried my big head to go and do. So you know, when you are struggling like that, everything that anybody has ever said as criticism, that's when it will really enter that. Maybe that was God talking to me, and I was ignoring. In any case, I came out of that situation, and I was so depressed. But you know, sometimes it's good to hit rock bottom, because then the only place for you to go is up. So I said, okay, you know, the goal is the same. Music, we still want to make music work. Well, maybe I need to change my strategy. So I changed the strategy. I started working with other producers. I worked with Cobams. We made a song called Strong Thing. Anybody remember that? I worked with Dr. Frabs. We made a song called Lagos Party. Remember that? So I started making music that, you know, we're still struggling, we're still sweating, we're still hustling, but people started to respond a bit more. And then for the first time, instead of begging people to, we used to arrive at shows before the bouncers have come, just so that they don't prevent us from entering. Now people started calling and saying, oh, call that boy that sings that song, let him come and play this show. But then, you know, the thing about that is, as you start to become successful, first you invest in yourself, because you need to have something to give. And then the next most important thing for me, invest in other people. Find a little bit to give back. Find somebody else to build up. Make yourself the stepping stone to somebody else's success. Make yourself the answer to somebody else's problem. I turned around, I started becoming successful. I was playing shows. I had 1 or 2 endorsement deals. Instead of taking that money and enjoying it, I took that money and we set up EME as a record label. I found young talents. We found Wizkid. We found Scales. We found Mastercraft, the producer. We found young boys that I said, if God is starting to make my dream come true, then I have to find somebody else that, do you understand what I'm saying? We brought them in. They started doing well. We said, okay, now the...
All right, my people, I just wanted to quickly respond to Vivian the Rose. Vivian the Rose is asking that who is he? Vivian the Rose is a musician and is also a producer. You know, his name is called Banking W. He lives in America almost all his life, and he moved to Nigeria many years ago. So he's trying to tell us, but I'm not really sure why Governor Obaseki brought him to Edo State to come and talk to the Edo youth. That's what I'm trying to. That is what I'm trying to get right now. That's the only thing I am not getting, But he's a musician. He's actually the one that brought Wizkid to limelight. So if you know Wizkid in Nigeria, Vivian the Rose is supposed to. This is the manager, so who brought Wizkid to limelight. So many more, So he's quite doing well. But I just want to know, why they brought him to Edo State. I would like to maybe let's listen more. But at the moment, what I've listened to, I don't see any reason why they paid a lot of money to bring Banking W to Edo State to address Edo people. We have Edo musicians. I'm not trying to be tribalistic here. The reason why they brought him, maybe we'll get to know later. Okay, but at the moment, I don't know. I'm sorry. So let's continue to listen.
Music now, EME as a record label, my music was doing well, Wizkid was doing well, skills have started to come up. All the people that we were helping were stepping up. We said, okay, what else can we do, right? And this is where adding value is so important. This is where building a system and a structure is so important. Because what we did with EME was we started to make a company. Before we were just a bunch of young people hanging out, making music and having fun. But we started thinking that, listen, 10 years, 15 years down the road, it's not just, the hit song that you sing, you are performing that you used to make money. So we set up EME as a media agency. We started doing advertising. We started doing marketing. In fact, when we started, companies would go and pay their agency to pay us because they needed to pay an agency. But we brought so much value to the table that they'll say, is the creativity that these boys have that we want. So we started doing media agency work. Now, as I'm talking to you, EME handles influencers, ambassadors for so many corporate clients. We work with musicians, actors, talents, comedians, OAPs. We pair them with corporate brands. We have tools that we use. And this is the lesson there. How many people here are entrepreneurs? If you're an entrepreneur, let me see, you own your company or you have a dream of owning a business of some sort. When you are building a business, make sure that it is a business you are building, not a job. There's a difference. Because you can find something that you are passionate about and say, okay, I'm going to make this my business. But what you have done is you have created a job for yourself that you can never fire yourself from. So you have made yourself your own employee for the rest of your life. What you do when you are building a business is that you set up a system. You set up a structure. You put professionalism in there. Even if you don't have the hands to hire everybody, make your org chart. Put yourself in all those roles. And as you grow, you start to fire yourself and replace it with other talents. So we set up EME as a company with structure. Do you understand what I'm saying? Am I making sense? With that, we started pairing. People stopped, companies in Lagos, in Nigeria, stopped looking at us as just musicians. They started looking at us as part of their marketing team. They started looking at us as part of the people that will build their brand and sell their brand. And that's how powerful, the entire advertising world exists on social media now. The problem with us as young people sometimes is that we don't understand our power. We don't understand the power of our voice. So you are building a following on social media and you are waiting for the next politician. No disrespect to politicians. I'm a politician myself, right? But you are waiting for the next politician to come and take your voice and use it to pass their own message. When there's so much that you can do with the power of your voice. You have that as a tool to build your brand, to talk about issues that are important to you, real issues, not just being a tool.
Hello, my people. Like I said before, I might not be patient enough to finish this video. I'm sorry. Everybody might not agree with me, but the essence of bringing Banking W to Edo State, with what I've watched so far, is absolutely nonsense. Yes, it might sound rude to me. I don't know about you guys on comment section. Banking W is a powerful person. Don't get me wrong. They paid a lot of money to bring him to Edo State. But this is what I don't like, my people. This is what I don't like. When you see big influencers supporting our politicians, big influencers not talking to our politicians, big influencers, the youth, let's say Banky W is still youth. It doesn't matter. He look young and all that. Let's leave the age aside. Someone like Banky W supposed to be an advocate for the youth in Nigeria, right? Someone like Banky W supposed, because what I was expecting him to say here, the kind of things that Governor Obaseki can learn from. If you look at the face of Governor Obaseki, the time he asked, am I making sense? If you see the face of Governor Obaseki with the mask on his face, you can see Governor Obaseki was a bit lost because he's not sure what he's talking about. You are telling us how your music started and all that. Is that the problem we are facing right now in Edo State? So my question is, why was he brought to Edo State to address Edo people, to address people like me? A social media mogul. Yes, to address me. Why? To address people like you. I don't get that. Don't get me wrong. Banky W is big. But I want to know, why was he brought to Edo State? They paid heavily for this, for him to come to Edo State to address us. So, and what he's saying, paying is not even the issue. What he's saying, if it makes sense, or, okay, let me say, not to sound rude, let me say, if what he was saying is aligning with the present situation that every Edo-lite are passing through. We're talking about Edo State here. We're not talking about Nigeria. He came to Edo State to talk about the matter that concerned Edo people, right? So whatever he was saying, for example, Governor Obaseki talked for more than 45 minutes. So what I expect someone like Banky W to say, at least use 5 minutes to introduce yourself. Okay, yes, manager of whiskey and all that, whatever, fine. I came from America, blah, blah, blah. Then use your 25 minutes, 20 minutes to talk to Edo people, how they can, align with the policies of the government. Then we cannot say we agree or disagree. And use the other at least 15 minutes to talk to the government. You see the problem we are facing, my people. This is what I'm talking about. Many of the youth are the biggest problem we have, because when they're in the front of these politicians, they don't tell the truth. And anyway, I don't blame these people. The people that can speak the truth, the politicians don't give them mic as well. That's the truth. Governor Obaseki is there. If I was there, if I'm talking, I'm telling you, Governor Obaseki will be happy to listen to me. I will never disrespect him, but I will hit the nail on the head. I don't know what Banky W was talking about. I don't know why they brought him to Edo State. We have a lot of musicians that are doing well in Edo State. Whether, I don't care if they are big like Banky W or if they are not big. I don't know if let's appreciate our own. This is not, I'm not applying tribalism here. Why they carry Banky W come, may come address us? I want to know. I'm not getting it. Maybe you guys can get it. Let me continue to play this, because if I stop it right now, people might say, "Oh, Nigeria was you were too rushed, you were impatient, and all that." Yeah, you talk about entrepreneur. Yes, many of us are entrepreneur in Nigeria because the government don't care about us, so everybody are doing their own petty business. So you asking the congregation who is anybody here an entrepreneur? You're supposed to know we are going to have a lot of people that raise up their hands, because that's the way we survive in Nigeria. We have tailors, a petty tailor, a mechanic that own his own shop. Everybody is doing well, managing, because the government doesn't care. Okay, so but I really want to know. Let's continue to listen. I might be getting all this wrong, but I'm going to give the platform for you guys to call in to let us know. I might be wrong, but let's listen.
For somebody to use during election season. The brother that spoke before we came talked about how online misinformation is the new election violence. And maybe we're not carrying sticks and stones and fighting people, but we're doing it through the power of the internet. My Bible says, do not be careful about the devices of the enemy. Sometimes that device is your phone. But what can you use your social media for? What can you use your voice for? You can build your brand. You can invest in people. You can talk about things that are important to you. You can set up a structure and a system that when people are trying to talk to, when companies are trying to talk to the 8 million or so people that exist in Edo State, they'll come and look for you because you've set yourself up, you've set your company up as a professional business. So we turned EME into an agency. We went from the agency business, we've entered movies now. I've co-executive produced Up North, Sugar Rush. We have a new film coming out called Gangs of Lagos. I've starred in The Wedding Party. I'm hoping you shall. I've starred in The Wedding Party too. And we're finding young people to empower, to send off, to build up in these different fields, in music, in movies. The last thing I want to tell you about is Suya Bistro. And this is where I'll close because I don't want to delay Oga. So we have a business in Lagos, and you may not, we're not in Benin yet, but we're working on it. In Jesus' name. All right. So we have a business in Lagos called Suya Bistro. Okay? Suya Bistro. Now, everybody knows suya, right? It's the thing that we all eat from the north to the south of Nigeria and other African countries, even around the world. But you know what we realized was, see this thing called suya. Suya is to Nigeria what pizza and hot dogs and all of that are to America. But the problem that, remember what I said, you forget the power of who you are and your voice and who you are created to be. So we will leave suya for the malams and people on the streets and then go and be waiting for somebody to bring KFC and Domino's and things that are their own businesses. Meanwhile, we have something that is special about us. So we said, you know what we'll do? We will take this suya. We will make a restaurant out of it. So we can do suya burgers, we can do suya shawarma, we can do rice and suya, we can do spaghetti and suya, we can do suya crepe, we can do suya signature wings, chicken wings. We have French fries. We have basically made, McDonald's. We have made the McDonald's or the Burger King or the Mr. Biggs of suya. Now, as I'm talking to you, we have 6 locations in Lagos. We're about to open our 7th one. And you know what that does? What that does is that it creates employment. Unemployment is one of our biggest challenges as a nation. That's why insecurity is where it is. People don't have work. University graduates don't have jobs. And the only way to solve our problems as a nation is for each person to think and say, what can I use this creativity for? I can create something that can hire 5 people or 10 people or 15 people or 20 people. And there's no limit to entrepreneurs. There's no limit to the number of businesses that we can do. But what do? We find something that is special about us. Find something that is special about, we did it in music. We blew up in music by finding Nigerian talents that were singing Nigerian songs and exporting that to the world. We did it in the movie business. We found Nigerian stories to tell, even before anybody else was doing it that way, and invested in it and told that story to the world. We've done it in the agency space. As I'm talking to you, social media influencers, ambassadors, it's a service that we provide in advertising. We've done it in food. We took suya, that is a uniquely Nigerian food, and now we're exporting it all over Lagos, and in Jesus' name, we will export it all over this country and around the world. So, let me close by saying this. There is something special about you. There is something special about your story. There is something special about your voice. Don't give it away. Don't devalue it. Find out what it is and think outside the box. Find a way to sell it. Find a way to invest in it. Find a way to broadcast it. Find a way to use it for yourself and for others. And when you do, by God's grace, you will experience this same journey of success that Ike shared, that I'm sharing with you now. And with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to convince you. God bless you. Thank you so much. Let's put your hands together for Banky W. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. All right, that was back-to-back, seamless between Ike and Banky. We appreciate it. Good afternoon, everybody. You have have to speak to me with your chest, so I need to hear you. Good afternoon, everybody. Hey, let me know that I'm in Benin. What's happening? First of all, I think it was a setup. You know, originally I said, oh, IK should go first because I didn't really know what I wanted to talk about. But after I started talking, I realized I set myself up, because how does somebody follow my brother here? A round of applause for IK. I should have known better than to go after the person that talks for a living. That's why he has money, by talking. Because me, I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But all protocols observed, I really appreciate the opportunity to be here with you guys. I love you guys. It's been a while since I've been. Thank you. I love you too. It's been a while since I've been to Benin in a public capacity. So the last time that I was here was a few years ago. I don't even remember the year now, when we used to do concerts, Rhythm Unplugged, you know. Did anybody ever come to Rhythm Unplugged? So you remember I was here in that space. But I actually deal with Edo every day because I married the most beautiful woman in the world. And you know, Edo sisters, there's nothing like you people. Edo girls, hello. Am I telling the truth? I say I carry I go markets. And I found they say a beautiful flower in the garden. And so I have Edo State in my house every day. In fact, it's in my house right now. So if you please, she's not here, but she sends her love. But make some noise for my wife, Adeswa Etomi Wellington. So forever and ever, Edo, you're in my heart of hearts. But it's nice to be here with you today. I think I'm going to, you know, they said I have a few minutes before we do some Q&A and then the governor comes in. So I think I'm going to echo kind of what IK did and just share a bit of my story, some highlights, hopefully that you will draw some
All right.
inspiration or some motivation.
My people, I just wanted to play that part for some of you to know that, yes, now our sister, Naim married. This is the end of the video, my people. I'm going to put a phone number there. I don't want to talk much. I'm going to respond to a comment that I saw earlier on. I don't know. Somebody left a comment asking me. I don't know if the person was actually asking me, though, if I prefer Izeyamu than Obaseki. I can't find that comment, but it didn't mention my name. Okay, Emmanuel. Okay, Mr. Emmanuel, I don't know if you were talking to me. Please respond if you were talking to me. I'll respond to you, okay? Because you say, sir. I believe you are talking to me, though. But although, if you were talking to me, why on earth would I prefer Izeyamu than Governor Obaseki? I will never do it. Why on earth will I prefer Izeyamu than Obaseki? I don't know what you mean by that. Okay? I told you before, the only reason why Pastor Sage Izeyamu did not win that election because of the people who surrounded him. So I don't know if the question is for me, though. I don't want to elaborate on it, okay? Let me just move on, okay? For me, I'm not supporting anybody. If you, Mr. Emmanuel, want to become a governor today and you want to work for us, I will be talking good about you here. Callers, just hold on for a minute. The reason why I said they brought banking, I have so much respect for Banking W. He married our sister, and apart from that, he's a very, very responsible man. Very, very responsible man. In fact, in the history of our artists in Nigeria, is one of the respectable one that I know, you know. But waiting he can't talk for years is what I did not get. Why the carrier come? Waiting he can't talk. How do we learn from it? Okay, my story, how I suffered. So you are okay, fine. It's the normal thing. Telling people, okay, yes, we need to suffer, build yourself where to become a better person. That's no, this This is called Edo Social Media Influencers Conference. Maybe I'm not getting it. Let me start picking calls. Please call in, guys. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Turn down your system. Turn down your system. Listen, guys, let me get this right. Anybody who is calling me, you don't turn down your system. I will not give you 1 second. I'll cut you off. We all supposed to know this thing by now. You are calling somebody, just turn down your system. I don't like hearing myself back. We should know that. So on the comment section, I can see a lot of people are still saying, okay, it came to motivate our youth. In what way? It's not motivation we are talking about now. Governor Obaseki said he heard everything that we all have been talking about. He came to respond to us. So whoever they brought to the scene supposed to respond accordingly. Motivate us in what way? That I came to Nigeria, I suffered, the car that somebody gave to me, they swear for road all the time, and I don't get this. Maybe, I don't know, maybe the way I'm getting all these things. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Can you hear me? Turn down your system. Oh, I lost that caller. Hello, Mr. Pius, can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you, sir.
Yeah, hello, sir. Yeah, good afternoon, good evening to you from here. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm fine, sir.
Go ahead, talk to us.
Hello, sir. Thank you very much. Yes, I've been watching since. I'm just laughing because this story this guy has been saying since I've heard this story before several times. For you when he's talking for a church.
Exactly.
The reason bringing this guy to Benin. Why did he invite our brother Stevie? This something Stevie will be telling us how to make business, how to get all. If they invite Stevie, it's more better than this. I'm telling the truth.
I don't know. Somebody commented earlier on that they should have invited our market women. That is what this thing, I don't know. Anyway.
If they will bring Stevie will do more better than this. We will know what to do, how to talk to the governor, what is facing the youth in Edo State. Stevie should do more better than this. Even though Osano Hood himself, they call Osano Hood.
Thank you, sir.
I didn't get anything on this thing.
Okay.
I didn't get anything.
I thought I'm the only one. Let's hear from someone else.
I didn't get it at all. I didn't know because I didn't get anything. So because when he was still talking, I was okay. Maybe you are too fast. That's what I was saying on my mind. Maybe you are too fast. You let it land first. But I listened to the end. I didn't get anything from it. Marry our sister. What is that one we'll go to bring to Edo State? What is it going to bring to the youth? Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Before I pick another calls right now, just hold on. I want to respond to someone here who said, I lost that person now. Somebody said, why would you say you on earth you not prefer Zayamo? I don't know how you wrote. I wanted to respond to it. Oh, I lost that now. Okay, don't focus. You said, Mr. Najawa, don't say why on earth record that. No, I cannot recall it. Why not? I cannot support any of them. I told you I'm not a politician. I don't support any of them. But I gave my platform for 2 of them when they were contesting. I will not support any of them. You know, because somebody asked me if I support. I cannot. Why should I? I will say it on air anytime. I will not support any of them. And the next election, I will still give my platform for the 2 candidates, major candidates, for their people to campaign for their principals. I'm still going to do that. Yes, that's not a problem. I'll give my platform. If you are supporting your principal, you come and you are vocal. You use my platform. I also give it to the other party. But it doesn't mean I'm supporting any of them. I'm not in support of Pastor Sage Zayam if he was to be a governor. I'm not in support of Governor Obaseki. Look at Governor Obaseki now. Is he actually doing what everybody was actually, I quote, expected? So I don't know. So I cannot support none of them because they are the same. In case you don't get it, whoever is a focus, my lovely brother or my lovely sister, they are the same. You are seeing it. If it was governor, if it was Pastor Sageza who won, trust me, the same talk will foresee they talk today. So for me, I'm focusing more on the youth. Someone like Bankley W supposed to speak, at least use 5 minutes, if not much, to talk to Governor Obaseki in a respectful way, respectful manner. You know, you talk to Governor Obaseki. You know, I don't know. I make una call in. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Talk to me. Turn down your system. This person have problem of turning down the system. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Go ahead, talk to me.
Hello, Mr. Edegidomo, sir.
Ah, Baba, I greet you. Good evening.
I greet you, Domo, sir. You know, we are always here to debate on this Obaseki issue. Obaseki is a very smart guy. Let me just break it down for you. Recently, he had backlash on social media.
Yeah.
Both his verified pages on Facebook, Instagram, he had several clashes. If you go to his comment section, you see that 99% are insults and aggrieved followers. So he just did this just to cool the social media space. Because if you look at what he did now, he went to Lagos, he brought Banky W, brought IK Osagedowa to talk to. You know what he did? He called both EC social media influencers, PDP social media influencers, for Banky W and IK to work on them mentally to reduce the backlash he's having on social media.
Yeah.
Because if you could notice, for the past 3 months, he has been having degraded schools that are not functioning, whereas he's parading himself as the Edo best over the world. Then he has always been on different occasions, burial, devoking of houses. So he had his physical appearance is diminishing. His influence is diminishing online. He's having more haters instead of more followers. And if you know, about Obaseki came out yesterday, he never supported this event because he knew that these people from Lagos that are sponsoring the event and which are also inviting Banky W. So Abat Obaseki was against the event.
Okay.
What did they do? Now we are hearing that after this event today, there was 2 different envelopes. One envelope contained 20,000 naira each for the participants. Then the bigger envelope contained 250,000 naira each for the organizers. Because actually, we thought this event is an independent event. We never knew that this event was bankrolled by the state governor. It was the last hour, because I even mentioned to the followers, to the organizers, that they should include you. If you know, I tagged you on a post. Yeah. I said they should include you because you are very vocal. So why are you not including all these people? There I started suspecting that if it's an independent event, why don't you invite everybody across board? But now we are still investigating because they are still hiding it, and some people said they collected, some said they did not collect. We are still investigating, but they were bankrolled, and they are meant to see their lips. If you could remember to Obaseki's statement, he said, "I'm not angry with you people now, but if after knowing the facts, which fact are you going to say? There is nothing on ground. There is nothing on ground. People are surprised that why is Obaseki not recruiting social media influencers? He can't. Because you cannot show people anything on ground. It's when you have things on ground, you don't even need social media influencers to blow this trumpet for you.
Hold on, my brother. Hold on, please. Don't go. Just hold on. At Rita Adams, no, 250K not for banking. For the organizers. Banky must have collected more than 20 million naira to come to Edo State. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Banky and IK Osagedowa were paid in dollars.
Of course, they were paid in dollars.
They were paid in dollars. This guy is just working. He's trying to work on the mentality of social media influencers for them to reduce the clashes he's having on social media, because he's having more haters instead of followers. For him to have that grip, he just brought. Okay, I was if I was in that meeting, I would have asked him. He made mention of entertainment. What has he contributed for the past 5 years in the entertainment industry? These people just sit down there, they were just clapping. For what? Ask this guy questions. I was informed that some of their questions were not being mentioned because they were too harsh for the governor. That means it's not an interactive section.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
They just came to work. He just came to work. You see now, from tomorrow now, you see the traffic on social media. It's going to reduce.
All right. Thank you, my brother.
Okay.
Thank you. God bless you. Yeah. I want to quickly make this clear. Nobody should bring Pastor Sagezeya Mumata here anymore, please. I don't know what you guys are looking for. You know, my brother Edo Focus have responded back, and which is a very responsible human being. You know, you see his response, I put that on the screen. But nobody should bring, we are not talking about Pastor Sagezeya here. All right? I've already responded to that. Cannot support any of them. That's it. Don't bring Pastor Sagezeya here. We are talking about Governor Obaseki, is the governor of Edo State. We should take it like that. I'm sorry. Please. We have more people calling us right now. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Turn down your system. Turn down your system. Go ahead. Talk to me.
Good evening, my brother.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, thanks for picking my phone. I just want to thank you, first of all. And may God bless you, because most of these pressure, particularly from this platform, is what is motivating our governor, you know, to call people together and try to do what he knows best as doing.
Yeah.
So I think my advice for diaspora, it is our time we need to, most of us who have opportunity for study, they should go back and start learning, going back to school, upgrade themselves. We are the one that is going to liberate our country, our state, our land, not these people at all. What our governor did today again is just like the day he hosted his Fulani Esme. Under normal circumstances, when you host this kind of event, there must be questions. But he's here to play game of playing, being a saint, or to champion how he dance. And he has shown that he's a man that is not willing to listen to anybody because he believes he's the best. And he's not that best at all. What happened today is very disgraceful. And if you think he can, you know, fool the social media, I will tell you more fire is coming for him any moment from now. He's losing influence because nothing is on ground to show for him. And the way he talks as if the state is giving to him alone. And the diaspora.
If you check the way Governor Obaseki responded, he said, everything on social media, Obaseki, what have I done? For you to know that the pressure was piling up, the pressure was just too much for him to handle. To be honest, you guys who think that Nigeria Watch is not doing a great job, I'm only fighting for you. Listen, guys, if you know me better, you know that I'm good. Okay? Our pressure is pushing Governor Obaseki. In case you don't know, in fact, somebody close so much to Governor Obaseki said that the only opposition at the moment that Governor Obaseki is facing is Nigeria Watch. In case you don't know, the opposition. Go ahead, my brother.
We are not. This platform is not opposing Obaseki. It's only helping Obaseki not to fail woefully.
Exactly.
Because the people that back Obaseki are diaspora, not Nigeria based. There are some steps that is supposed to be taken that will motivate these people to do more. Take, for example, he said he went to a place and do a road. Because the prices and everything went up, the people are killing themselves. My brother, are you going to blame the people as bloodthirsty people? If you are a reasonable person, you will understand that the governor has failed to implement a system back up with rules and regulation to regulate land and property in the land. That is why you have people having seal of ownership, authentic from the same government, which he is the head, and at the same time, he will go to that place and destroy those houses. Then is the government functioning properly? The answer is no. So that is to say, they are not doing their job. Those guys are fighting because there is no proper definition of ownership of those property by the government. If we have a true system that involves town planning, documentation, that problem will be solved. So let me not take much of your time.
Thank you.
It cannot be support diaspora. He's just wasting time. He need to engage and start doing things rightfully. Even from this your platform, Eriamato have done a video where he educated Obaseki, and I also supported him. I'm also talking if he's listening how they regulate land in other countries and which he have to follow. He's saying that they don't kill themselves for land. It's not possible for you to sell one land to two people. They are fellow African like you.
Thank you.
Are they telling them more than us? Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let me address somebody. Listen, somebody said, I don't know, as how. The reason why I use the word that the only opposition, look, APC is quiet. APC is not putting pressure on Governor Obaseki. That's why I said the only problem right now, or one of the problems that Governor Obaseki is facing right now, either Niger Watch and many other social medias. APC is very quiet. Go and check APC. They're not doing anything. It's only few that is checkmating Obaseki, and all of us lives abroad. Tell me any India that lives in Nigeria, there in Edo State, that is checkmating Obaseki legitimately. Many of them are quiet. Okay? Whatever we say or bring on air that concerns Governor Obaseki is legitimate. I can never come on air with things that I cannot back up. Now, wait till I see how they carry, they come here. I like the response today from Governor Obaseki. My only concern is, why is it that Banky W did not address the youth and also talk to the governor? There's a way you talk to the governor. A lot of things is not right, my people. A lot of things is not right. Okay, just imagine the governor of Edo State said, because of the road he did in Ohoromi community, the youth, he said, you can see now the youth are killing themselves because of the development in Ohoromi. So that means, you know, say the youth, they fight, they kill themselves for Edo State. You know. And you are pretending about it. The governor is aware that the youth are killing themselves for community land grabbing and all that. He said it. The governor said it. He said, you can see the youth are killing themselves. So, the more and more they attack me, make could listen to what he talk. That means you know, and you are not doing anything about it. The only reason why he mentioned that, because he repaired the road in Ohoromi. He said you can see development is coming to Ohoromi. Can't you see the reason why the youth are killing themselves? He mentioned it. The youth are killing themselves. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Talk to me. Your line is not connecting. Please, you need to call back. Okay, someone else is calling back now. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Talk to me. Go ahead.
Yes, Mr. Elvis, my people, Niger Watch family, I greet all of you. I must say, Mr. Elvis, I'm totally disappointed.
Okay.
Even in myself, because I don't even know what is this man talking about. We are not even talking of the basics, the little things, the little problem, the little things you can do for Edo people to bring peace to the land. You are bringing Banky W to come and speak English because both of you knew in America or whatever, because I knew the full biography of Banky W. You married Bineke, what is going on in Edo State? What did you really happen? I want to know. My heart, they want to come out. This is a joke. This is a broad day slap on Edo people's face. Better slap or any man. Because I don't see anything reasonable way you can talk now. Motivational speaker to Edo people, to Edo youth. Edo youth don't need motivational speaker now. If we even need a motivational speaker, it's the governor that will motivate us, not Banky W. What is going on? For crying Allah. Where they happen? I don't feel talk abeg. Those talks you me, I don't go. I want to sleep small. Me, I think go home.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. I appreciate you. I see somebody saying that he did not mention the youth in Okoromi. What is happening here? Abuna no hear him. Maybe they don't consider they change. Make I find that place, make I plan again. I beg, if you not hear when governor talk and say the youth are killing themselves because of the development of Okoromi, we could talk. Somebody just said he did not mention the youth. I beg, oh God, wait till he mention. Might find that person again. May not be like, I know they like Lyle. Mr. Emmanuel, I beg, tell us what he mentioned. I beg. Maybe I not get it right. Tell us what he mentioned. Hello. My brother AD Wise, talk to me. Hello?
Hello, you know they hear me?
I dey hear you now. I dey hear you. You dey speaker. Talk to me.
They say na house where big papa not doing. Now he make children. They do like say man they do know.
Yeah.
Understand? How can you imagine? When I look at it, I say, well, not be fault. Now we see the right give am a cut off. You understand? Say you to the kid yourself na progress. No problem. Not be fault. Now because they will not get government. You understand? That be the whole issue. Because anything where anybody fit talk for them, only government na big change come. So waiting that guy talk or waiting not talk or now he get him mad. Waiting concern us now. How government want to give us a good security? How they want to give us a good water? How they want to give us good road? Anything when any motivational speaker can talk, now he get him mad now. Not be make them give them money or make all of them they talk. That will not be the problem, my brother. Make governor wake up, make it give our work, make it come power. Now we they want. We not call the one say to call it. And then now you get him mad, my brother. Anything where you like he talk. You understand?
Thank you.
We do our business and make governor. Make it a beg, make it do minimal thing where we make people vote for her, where make people campaign for her. It ain't paying us now. Not be because your motor not good, not be make you go mechanic. If your motor good, you go mechanic. Because they don't care what they want to listen to. I mean they listen to all those kinds of no. I tell my brother, I bank in I get a man.
Thank you, my brother. Hello. Talk to me. Your name and where you are calling us from.
Good morning.
Yeah.
I'm calling from Australia.
Go ahead, sir.
I just want to say about Obaseki is like, I don't see any points for what he did. All his statements is reasonable, better than bringing back KWE because KWE has nothing to offer. It doesn't make any changes. It's not coming to promote the music industry. It's not coming to put any company in there. I don't even see any reason why bringing him. If Obaseki has come out to make a speech to addressing the Edos, is better than what he did. His speech is even better than bringing this guy. So I think he lost it all. He's playing the game. That is not way to address the Benin people. Because Banky W doesn't have anything to do with us. He has nothing. He has no business there. He has no house there. He has nothing there. What is he coming for? So it's not promoting the music industry to us. We will be trying on our own. What we need is for governor to do what we want. If you say, okay, you do Amakbaro, you do Okoromi, the killing that say, what did you do? Did you stop it? No. Have you stopped land grabber? No. You put a committee to solve that. The same problem is still there. It's not effective. So that's for me.
Thank you.
I like his speech is good. For bringing this guy, that is what I
I don't have problem with Obaseki's speech, but that was my question as well, because I cannot really learn anything from what Banky W said. That's all. Is the truth.
At all. Obaseki's speech, he introduces what he's trying to introduce to us, or what he's doing. He introduces a little bit. I can see a little. They say in every nonsense, there's still sense. But for me, I appreciate that for him. That is his drive. That is his goal. But he should try and achieve it, not just by saying it. Let him work and let us see. Let him carry us along. That is what we need. We don't need big Banky W. We don't
Thank
need
you.
it. It doesn't have any effect for us. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening to you. Turn down your system. What's your name? Where you calling us from?
My name is Bright. I'm calling from Italy.
Go ahead, Mr. Bright.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I want to say something about this issue of those state and governor of those states. You know.
Are you watching us?
Yeah, I'm watching you people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. So for what I try to say is that that man of the governor.
No insult, no insult, please.
I know. Yeah. But if you see him very well, you are a man. You know, you have stayed in a developed country now. You know how it goes. So if you're a governor of Edo State, you know what to do. So that man don't even want to be community chairman, not of a state governor.
No, all right.
But the issue concerning the ABC matter that you just talked about just now, nobody go fit talk again. Nobody, because if you talk now, they will put it for jail.
They're supposed to be talking because he doesn't have anybody opposing him right now.
Even you, when you speak the other day, change the same message. You know, a lot of people on social media who speak about this issue of a governor that is not doing well, they not allow them to come back home. So it's not just now. You're not going there.
All right.
If you speak now, Edo people, some of others will support is okay. As a Edo citizen, you have right to speak, but they will still be supporting the governor, may kill you or may put for jail, which is very bad.
Anyway, you are kind of right. Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
It's very bad.
Thank you.
God bless you, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Yeah. Hello, talk to me. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening. I'm calling from Italy.
Talk to me, my brother. Go ahead.
This phone are just simple. I indirectly did a message. No time to come and talk big English. Some just bring this guy to make this guy tell in life story, so that each and every one of you will still struggle for yourself, no wait for the governor and everything. Another thing with me, I believe this thing are just simple thing. If beneath people really one together,
yeah,
that's it. Fear no will let anybody enter again. The best way, you know, say our old time, in those olden days of our papa, fear no let you go for and go steal now. They will use juju remove your life. Now, if really see they want to do another way, because any governor will want to enter that place, now the same thing could do. Obaseki and Igbinedion, now the same thing. Oshomole, see, try. If you see do go new good time or you good time, now free education, things like that. If the fee put one law, say anybody who want to enter that seat, go over palace, go swear juju. You go talk one particular thing where you want to do. We just hold on for that one. This one, say, come carry Bible, come, the con is for all this thing I will stop time. But that one, just my contribution.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Oh, no. This person, the phone again. Hello. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
I'm calling. Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. Good evening to you.
Me?
Yeah.
Good evening. Oh, Nigeria Watch. Thank you for all you are doing. Really, I can tell you, when I listened to the broadcast, the seminar of Obaseki and I could not even comprehend anything, because there was nothing.
Yeah.
There was nothing meaningful to tell us this is what you want to really do. It was just like a shambolic play. He was trying to play like in old politics. He's politician. The old. I won't put in source he was, because when I was growing up, I found to know that he was one of those plan where he was one of the officials of the plan where. So these are most of those things. I don't see what is bringing. What is this matter? What is bucket of which impact is it to the society? What has he really done to the society? There's no meaningful thing. It's just like we have a. That's just it.
So thank you for the work you are doing, but we can't just give hope. We should, because I learned something today. Thank you, Nigeria Wash. Thank you for what you are doing. He said in this program, he's watching what is happening. Nigeria Wash is one of the biggest platform now. If it's that one today, yes, I was fed up with, like, the government is washing the internet.
Thank you.
Washing you.
Thank you. Can you hear me?
Thank you. God bless you. God bless you.
Thank you, my brother. God bless you. Thank you. Hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
Good evening from Germany. Nigeria, God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us.
You are doing a great job. I've been following you, calling you too. Engineer is talking. I don't understand why Benin people they shout. Why would they quarrel? Why would they talk? Say Obaseki, now they try. Obaseki, no man go follow the election time when he dey campaign. Don't tell us say not do anything before now.
Yeah.
That time of election, he don't tell us say never do anything. Abi? Person run 4 years. He dey tell us for public say never do anything. We clap for him. We put him there for another 4 years. Why would they shout? We say, oh, back for 4+4. You go complete. We don't need to dey crack head. So you dey try to give awareness to those state people when they are abroad, when they home. You understand? Now awareness you dey create. I pray me this awareness work for the next 10 or not be now. We go swallow wetin dey happen. Now finish and go. Now Obaseki day.
Thank you, my brother.
And go. The next thing now na problem. One party, one thing, and that problem go day for another 3 years. Then everything over. Now the level be there, bro. We know the level.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. God bless you. Thank you. All right. I was looking for the part where Governor Obaseki said because he developed the road in Ahoromi. You remember some people said he never said anything like that. Yes. Although he never said youth, he said the community that killing themselves. I want to play that video again because for me, now things being as so they do it for you. We not carry the talk because we hate somebody. We they fight you with facts. We they checkmate you with facts, not because we hate you. Check it. Just hold on. Let me talk to this person first. 1 minute. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening to you. Your name and where you are calling us from.
Make I know waiting at the tail look you.
Madam, we don't have time. Be quick, please.
My brother, thank you, Nigeria Wash. The man we just finished to the talk just now, I really support her.
Yeah.
Waiting talk. Because for good 4 years, my brother, Governor Obaseki not do anything for those states. No road, everywhere na poto erosion. You understand me? Even this man self, Akoberi come and say erosion, na everywhere erosion. Social media people begin to fight Akoberi. Say make you shut up, make you not talk again. You understand me?
Yeah.
Okay, governor, if governor work, why can't they share money for social media? Make them come begin to deceive all of us for diaspora. Make we tell our family, make we vote for him, make it come back. Because he not do anything. We not say he not do anything. All of us will begin to talk back. The man don't really come now. He don't come, he not do anything. So I think it's better. Make we just really, as the man talk and say, make we swallow our mistake. I think it's better. Because this man talk now say not the first. But after this conference, if we use my test, when I see go destroy our property. So I think
no,
it's better.
No, not go happen. Make everybody talk. You not go do that one.
So the thing be say, what thing I see for inside Nigeria Watch, if you really want help us, we be Benin people. Like me, I don't tire for this abroad. To go back now my problem. No road to take drive car, no light to take sleep. Me, as I tell you, I don't frustrate for here. As the Magba take on begin, they talk say Benin won't become America wonder, Benin won't become Singapore. Now make me all my family will vote for Obaseki. But today, I'm not fit talk like me. I'm not frustrated for here.
Madam, know your verse. You go still spend many. And anyway, you will still spend long time for abroad because our government cannot be trusted.
Because what me I see inside, what he go just help us now be say, if this man don't finish, because he don't come up back, what on back or back. So the what me I just see when him want get we not get it back, no back. Don't give if anybody come that 4 years before we go say we won't vote for him, or we go get money, people, we go send people from abroad. Not the one when about come they talk to them, about they talk say we not get sense. You see, we did that so that we not go school, we not get sense, and it's true. You understand me? But the next one, if we won't vote for anybody, say for the second term, they go first go Nigeria, Edo, we go first donate money, then they go Edo State, go look everywhere. If this man for 4 years, if he do something, if he not do something, then we vote him out, then we put another person. If we do like this, I think we need to develop.
Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Because if you reach Tezame Road now, Tezame Road, they're not repaired on Tezame Road, not to talk of all the streets, or Roberton Street, the Talent of Benin Street, Chris Mary Street, every street. If you go Seluna, they're not tell Seluna Main Road, not talk of a small road where it's inside. If you go all this,
but if now me they talk with you, they talk so Mama, they'll say I hate Obaseki. So you better me when they talk.
My brother, not be saying I hate. This one I real fat. Oh, the major road, Amado Lejamo Wetahela of Yupone Norway, of Yupone Norway, on that is now on a whole. Water when you don't wait for since last year, it go inside. If you want pass, you go they pass a penny, you go they use like the passive side bush to cut off this poto. My brother, this we don't really make big mistake. As Abba take on they deceive us. We for 5 person we go Nigeria from abroad. They will send 5 delegate. They will go looking this man work for 5 years. Because Oshomole come, Oshomole say, I'm sorry, I saw the unright man go to you. I want to remove that unright man go. And those people say they want the unright man go. Even me, I join. For my streets today, my brother, may I tell you truth. In the morning, now they tell me come out, say they go work.
All right, Mama. Mo will talk to somebody else. Thank you, Mama. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you. Yeah. All right. Before I pick another call, let me clarify that because to be honest, I've been trying to prepare this. I was looking for this particular place with my AirPod. So because somebody already opposed me, Obaseki cannot talk anything like that, and you know these kind of things can go far. People now said, "Oh, you fabricated it," or because you hate Obaseki. We don't hate anybody. We want the betterment of our states. And apart from that, you see that lady who called earlier on. She said she's tired in abroad, and this is one of the things we are talking about. And some of you who is fighting for this our government, many of you are not going to let you move to Nigeria. They tell you now because Nigeria, the place, the state where you want move go. You don't want to make the repair them. If you checkmate the government, now say na hate, not be hate. I tell you now, why we go hate them? Eh? If I tell you now, sometimes it go be like say that hate. No, it's not hate. There's nothing wrong in checkmating government. Okay, I love the fact that Obaseki came out today to respond to everything that we all are talking about on social media. But listen to this.
Before I construct any highway now, any road, I will shine my eye and make sure I clean up the area first. Look at what happened. We've just done in Okoromi and Amagba. Just because of the main roads, the infrastructure we put in there. See how the communities are killing each other.
Did you hear that? See, just because of the road we did in Amagba and Okoromi, see how the communities are killing each other. Community killing each other. Waiting and me say youth. Which one be the same? What is the difference there? Now, grandpapa, they kill themselves. I be the youth. Some people will just come here, they oppose you anyhow because they don't want to hear the facts. How can a whole governor say something like that just because of the road I did? See how the communities are killing each other. So as a governor, you know, say these people, they die. Our youth, they die. You know, I thought, say, he's not aware. I thought he's not aware. You know, It just confirmed it. The community are killing each other. What do you supposed to do about it? Banky W did not pick that and bullet point that part to emphasize on it. Banky W is telling us his life story after pocketing dollars. Eh? Who want to hear your story? I'm not interested. I'm sorry. Me, I'm not interested about that story of Banky W. Banky W have said that story so many times in numerous of churches in different occasions. Everybody know how Banky W tastes like. Don't talk for everywhere. Why you come on after all the dollars they paid to you? You came all the way to Benin telling us your story. Who is interested in your story? My youth are dying. I care so much about my youth. This is why I'm losing my voice every day here. They are killing themselves. Sometimes these people, they just want to make you go nuts. These youth, that means a lot to us. They are killing themselves because of land. If everything was put in the right place or whatever, I don't think they will have the opportunity. How come people are not killing themselves here in the UK for land? Is the government we still need to blame for this? For the governor to say, after I developed the road in Ohoromi and Amagba, see how the community are killing themselves. I don't know. Maybe I know some of them are consequent this one now. You know? Eh? I know some of them are paying this one and say, no, Nigeria was emphasizing. The governor was just because some of us are gods. Let me play that part again because this one, I go play this video for the next 3 months.
Before I construct any highway now, any road, I will shine my eye and make sure I clean up the area first. Look at what happened, we've just done in Okoromi and Amagba. Just because of the main roads, the infrastructure we put in there. See how the communities are killing each other. Because the value of those...
That means Governor Obaseki, you know we have been crying for Okoromi for so long. You pretend about it. Ha! We all have, in fact, many of us have a long way to go. Immediately, Governor Obaseki finished now. Go pack his baggages, his luggage, everything, or go to Abuja or go to Lagos. Now, Joe and I go remain for the Edo State there. Me won't have the fight so. Now, all of us go remain. Now, this same platform go to start to talk about the next prospective governor. Although all those ones they don't enter trouble in advance. Because Oshomole get luck. Social media never, people don't really use social media to checkmate Oshomole. Anybody who want to take over from Obaseki, you are already in trouble unless you are coming with a mindset of working. How can a governor, for Christ's sake, make Abia not make sense? Make I talk to somebody. Hello, talk to me. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. Talk to us.
Yeah, thank you very much. You just say what is in my mind that this is your platform. Now we need to build that in Obaseki command. We don't already build down. And waiting at the happy put be say we don't social media don't let everybody know say social media get power for election. We don't first do an exam, it don't happen for Obaseki hand. What we go do for the next election? The governor, when they come at those states, waiting we want to hear from him mouth, be say, I will prove the governor when come out to governor before he sit down. We never say me do anything for us. You go fair prove governors for us. If it's no say no go feed do them, now only 4 years in the row. Now here we did.
Yes.
This platform, I will go to use. We not get Ayilala when we give them make they swear. They don't swear anything. He go tell us who have for a campaign. Say he go prove the governors when come out and the local government chairmanship. He go prove on them. You understand? Make we still develop our Edo State. Our money not the loss. If he tell us say he promise us our money not go lost, we go support them. We don't live in diaspora. We go spend our money to do the election for them. At the end of the day, go promise the Edos, say our money no go lost. Anywhere they put out, they go bring out to develop the community. Because our money don't fit day one, they will bring them. If you no free fight time, now only 4 years he go rule, he go come out there. You understand?
Yeah.
Now waiting with the Edos, when get ahead, now waiting we will get for mind for
Thank
the
you.
next election.
Thank you, my brother.
Because okay.
We are here.
May I leave?
No.
Yeah.
Round up. I just said thank you.
Okay, because as I look at as I dey go Nigeria reach, I don't discover say we not get person when be say we go hold 100, we not go get any light. You understand?
Yeah.
And not be Calabar governor, they tell the whole world say he no want make people when they sell tomatoes, they sell this, make they not they pay tax. Not be the same Nigeria be that. Sometimes when I go see some places, Lord, come off for those states, go so some people don't sell house finish for those states now. My own way day for sales is all these days. I never see one buy self. You understand?
Yeah.
Everybody don't run go Lagos. I don't tell you for this social media and say I get as where I want to say. I never see who buy them. You understand? Till tomorrow, who the enter I do? At the end of the day, Lagos everybody call the hang up. We need governors when they come. Obaseki make your job, make it go corner. Even though we shout it tomorrow, body movement.
Please, my brother, hold on 1 minute. My brother, hold on 1 minute. Don't go, just hold on. There's a comment here from Louis Zaza. He said, I don't think the government said what he said in any bad contest. He was only making a point towards opening the space for development. And what is your issue? Let me tell you my issue, whoever that is behind that name. My issue is that, although, of course, it didn't mean no harm. My issue here and my concern is that he's aware that our youth are killing themselves. Abi, you know the year English.
And you're not reacting to it.
Exactly. It be like say this person will write this thing now. You know the year English. He's aware. That's what we are saying. He's a governor, a state, number one, the first citizen of a state.
As a governor of a state, somebody go, 2 people die for community. He suppose two people. He go here say 2 people die for a community. He suppose show for that community.
No, this same person will leave these comments. So do you know how many cases have handled here when they have killed themselves? The case of Obareti community and Ubiaza, where they shot themselves and killed themselves. We've handled it here. So that means the governor is aware. That's my concern. He just referenced to it.
We talk about road. When people would talk about road, me when I live for Europe here, people they talk about road. Me when I do construction for here, like construction for here. How many bridge you go fit put for those states from Benin to Ekpoma? How many bridge you want get that road? We get the best plain land when we say water don't go even water not even the where you want bridge. Where you want bridge from Ekpoma to Benin, now only 2 bridge go fit dig that area. Only 2 bridge. If you say make you do a nice, very plain areas. When Nigeria get when we say we not defeat do road. Now bridge they cost money for development of road. How many flyover we get for Benin? How many flyover? How many bridge? How many water they Benin when one bridge? Go to come here. You there Europe now. You know the system nice water everybody they live. You know how much those bridges cost to drill those bridges, to stand those bridges. It costs money more than normal time, normal road doing. I work for construction for 4 good years. No plan for Edo State. Edo State now, we call it.
Thank you, my brother. More talk to somebody else. Thank you, my brother. God bless you. I appreciate you. Thank you. All right. Before I pick another call, Louis Zaza responded to us. No, nobody is insulting anybody, but you are still not getting it. You are saying no need for insult. He was asked a question and answering the question, he said that to prove his point, you cannot go. I don't think Louis Zaza, are you aware we are talking about the first citizen of a state? He's aware that these guys are killing themselves. And Louis Zaza, if you are from Edo State have you heard that any of these killers have been sentenced to prison? Have you heard? I have contact with these community leaders in Obareti and Ubiaza, where they killed that young guy the other day. Till now, whoever is behind this name, Louisaza, have you heard that they have arrested anybody? And the governor just referenced that the youth are killing themselves, the community are killing themselves because of the development that he did. And you cannot see anything wrong with that. Now, wow. Bless I thought they fear many people now. Hello, good evening to you. Talk to me. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Good evening, Nigeria Watch. Thank you for the good thing you have been doing for the people of Edo State.
Thank you, sir.
Nigeria Watch, only one contribution on your say. All those when they encounter you, Obaseki, they pay them. So now they encounter you. They are on payroll. So not be saying any other, then be Benin people, but Obaseki, they pay them. Even though not be Benin, but Obaseki, they employ them, they pay them. That's why. Thank you. That's my only two contribution.
Thank you. God bless you. All right. Hello, my brother Israel. Go ahead. Talk to me. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Nigeria. Good evening, everyone.
Yes.
I've been listening to everybody talking, voicing their opinion. It is good. But my question here is, Edo people, don't now listen. I'm always here to tell you that our talk, some of us here in this platform, our talk can be talking, but we are still going to make the same stupid mistake. I put it like that.
Exactly.
Because you are talking now. Obaseki cannot do this one, or somebody did this one. Listen, are you going to be sitting down all the time when people will cajole you from left and center? Some of us here, I keep using the word, we are enjoying the dividends of democracy. People fight and say, we will not want anybody to come and tell us anything again. You keep on saying, somebody did this, everybody saying, hey, this is I want to show them what they did it, my brother or my sister. Where are you? Where are you living in this planet Earth? That they are still telling you, the same people are still telling you what to do when you are old enough to decide what you want to do. Some of us here now, we are even talking, make it go, make it come, because you are going to put the wrong person there again, and you are going to be crying again on the same this platform. I'll be looking at you. Is it not time for you to start drawing your own border and say, these people will not come here again? Never again. Never. Because we are all crying today. It's the same. I don't never move from one to six. 1986, they created the state. It has not changed. The same people. This one will come, this one not good. We will put like this. Now, they come. Now, you are going to be here until you know that where you are coming from. We are still receiving aid today in Nigeria. Even the same with the Benin.
Exactly.
Billions that are coming to that country. Nobody has ever used it. Not even youth to stand up and say, how much did you think the country do? If they use that to do something, we they hold our governors responsible for all these things. We for don't change. All of that, they are coming. You are coming for what? 2024, you are still going to bring the same wrong system. Do you actually know that the foundation of that state is wrong? Nobody has spoken on the foundation. Whether you bring a genius into that state, it will not work because the foundation has been hijacked by humans. They put themselves into there and they will cajole you. Is it not time for you to look at the system inside that Edo state that is not working? It is not the party, it is the system because they've hijacked it. So you are going to be there, suffering.
And defending the government.
Yes, that is what this is. The system, let me explain it to you. The system is the foundation of what builds it. It's the foundation, it's what builds the house. So whether you not build the house where you want to put block on top, you put this mate, even if this mate is the best mate, forget it, it's not going to work. Because the system has been hijacked. Until you know you are able to improve that system and fix it with the right people, then you cannot build another system until it goes stand. All this one you are seeing is a shenanigans. People are coming here. I tell them, who are you going to tell? Who? Because We failed in our own franchise because we didn't use our franchise well. This is why we come now. These same people that are talking now are going to go home. They'll be giving them money and they're going to collect it and vote for a nonsense.
Thank you.
I tell you, until you realize that the system you are operating is wrong, you need to fix the foundation first before you start talking of how to operate anything. Because every foundation you are saying there, now we not put up. If it's how you plant your seed, you put water, you put this one, that is how it germinates. So if you don't build it well, it's not going to germinate for you.
Thank you, my brother.
What are you shouting for? Nobody has ever spoken. How did this system work like this? How did it do it? How can we do it to make sure it works for us? I'm only because what I'm seeing, you are not seeing it. I will keep on telling you every day. All these people are just there for you. So just tomorrow you go to the they go vote that man, we don't know say that ain't good pass. You vote him again, they will do the same thing because you forgot that where you are coming from. It's the same thing going on away no make your wicked. If you don't understand what they believe, use that word for. Go and think it well. This is my advice for everyone.
Thank you, my brother.
We are shouting here now with no proper solution or strategy on how to move and put the right people in the right people on ground so that our resources can be better for us. We are here.
God bless you, my brother.
See you guys later.
Thank you. Yeah. Hello. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening to you. Your name and where you are calling us from.
Mr. Najawo, good evening, my brother. My name is Osanime. I'm calling from Dublin here.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, my brother, now God, now God bless you for all the work you have been doing in this platform.
Thank you, sir.
Not be good, now God will just bless you because you really make people to be really aware of what will happen in our stage. Your platform, not be to square anybody. Your platform is to build the governor, to tell the governor his area he need to work on in the state, which we in diaspora vote for. So what Obaseki proved today is that he's not after the Edos. Because I don't see any reason why this kind of conference, Obaseki will not use anyone from the Edo people that are on ground there. When we have a lot of intellectual
people, that is what I was saying, sir. We have musicians there, we have intellectuals, we have our Edo brothers and sisters there. He did not use any of them. Even Comrade Stanley Osazosa Honokodi was there. They did not allow him to talk.
Yes. Then he don't leave Edo State. He went to let God go and bring people to come and speak to our Edo people. Best way not know new being to closer. He go bring them. So Obaseki just tell us say he not there after us. You know that you plain truth. So whether he like it or not, he must do what we vote for. We cannot just spend our money for him to come into power. He will come misbehave like this. We don't agree. So from tomorrow, social media is still going to carry 100% of this matter to be blasting him. Wherever he is, he will lead to us because make him repair things for us. Now we want. Make him do road. Do everything. Create infrastructure for we. Employ people, make them work. Employ people, make them work. Our youth are all jobless.
Thank you, sir.
So I can't understand, my brother. Fuck up what you are doing. They can't do anything. God already be with you forever. Nobody, all our assets are there in your back. Nothing will do you. So continue to do your good work. God will bless my work.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Please turn down the system. What's your name? Where are you calling us from?
Mr. Najawash, good afternoon, good evening, like you greeted. I'm calling from Italy, yeah?
Thank you, sir.
My name is Jonathan Kelly. And now I tried to make some comments on the background since I was not asking you when you mentioned the position.
What's your name?
Well, I mean, Jonathan Kelly, my name.
Is that what you commented with?
Yeah, no, that is my name. It
Okay.
was a comment I made over there when you're talking about opposition, and
okay.
I mean, I was asking you, what do you mean by you, the only opposition? And so
Okay. Yeah, I remember you, my lovely brother. Yes.
yeah, so
Yeah. Thank you.
I got it that you mean you are one of those check meeting him, which is very good.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to say, I think the last caller was mentioning some of those things I want to say.
Yeah.
This man is giving slapped insult to our Benin artists, our
Okay.
Benin intellects. He's always trying to say that we are nobody. We've got good actors in Nigeria there. We've got blessed musicians in Nigeria there. We've got entertainers in Benin there who are very great. This is not the first time he's doing this. There was a time they had some programs, I think in the palace or in the government house. That was how he went to bring some people from Lagos. And these young men, people like Akobe and others, they complained. So it means the man, like they always say, that he is not a Benin man. He is not a Benin man. But the main thing I want to talk about is that those people who put him there, those that campaigned from here, from abroad, and many of them were warning their family back home and say, if you don't vote for Obaseki, I will not give you monthly feeding again and all that. They just have to be themselves. They've made mistakes, we agree. I hope many of them are hearing me.
Yeah.
We agree they made mistakes, but it is time they also realize that the mistake they made is going to be a destruction forever. So it is time for them to retrieve their
No, they
step
can start.
by
They
speaking
can
out.
still rectify it by saying the truth.
Sure. That is what I'm saying. I just want them to look. The man talking with you, I left Nigeria over 25 years ago to come to this place. And before I left, I was in politics. I was even a personal assistant to your own brother, Dr. Onyedike. When Saraki's father wanted to be president, your brother was coordinating as the chairman for Edo State. I was his personal assistant. So I'm very close to your family.
Okay.
The intention we had to go back to politics in Nigeria, when we saw the way things are, because some of us have conscience, we have decided not to go back to that dirty politics until things will change. So if young people like us, I'm in my early 50s now, if young people like us will come and we see dirty things happening, and we just want to continue to cover it because we want some dirty, stupid money, I'm so disappointed in a lot of young people. Look at that young man from Germany, from Spain, the other day, I don't want to mention his name, he know himself, who was acting as one of his personal assistants during campaign.
Yeah.
He know what he does there. He know we don't just want to touch people. We know him very well. He know how he made whatever he made. For him to go back to Benin and be showcasing what is not happening and say this is what they want to do, I want to do, just because he want to pocket his own money. Whatever he has done is going to speak for him after 5 years time, after 5 years time. If 5 years or 4 years right now, it's not forever. So what the main thing I'm saying is, I had one woman who spoke now, was saying, in fact, she was one of those people who told our people to go and vote. In fact, I'm even suspecting she's somebody I knew. We used to be here together in Italy. She's now in UK. I'm suspecting because during the campaign, all of us will fight against ourselves and say, this man is not worthy to be there. He said, no, my brother, he must be there. So I'm suspecting she's one of those people. I think the woman has done very well by what she said now. So every other person is there. Let them come out and begin to speak the truth. The same way they campaign and send their family and force their family to go and vote for the unknown man, they should continue to speak out now so that the man will know that we are not fools. He said, look at the road we just did now. The community have started killing themselves. Those that say they didn't hear, let them please, like you said, you are going to play it for about 3 months.
Yes.
Just cut it, send it to one of us.
Yeah.
And let people see it.
Yeah.
Let people see it.
Thank
Continue to play it.
Yes.
So now, what am I saying in that area? The abroad you and I live, Mr. Edike, have you ever seen it any day a new bridge is constructed and the people go there praising the governor or the mayor?
I don't know why.
No.
I don't know what is wrong with us.
It is the dividends of democracy. So it is very unwise for people to come and be campaigning. People like that, holding you mentioned, those guys are all hungry people. Forget about it. They are hungry boys. For them to be coming and be making noise and saying this is what Obaseki did. What do you mean? It is our right. They must hear me what I'm saying. It is our right.
Thank you, my brother.
The security vote that is being given over 750 million naira. What is Godwin Obaseki doing with it? What is Godwin Obaseki doing with that money?
Thank you, my brother.
I'm so disappointed at men that said they are learned, they have traveled far and wide, they open their eyes and be supporting rubbish. It is a shame. Let everybody hear me. You people hear me. All of you supporting Obaseki. Obaseki is doing nothing. Like they mentioned him, it's a scam. Those of you that put him there, go back and begin to speak to his ear. He will never know peace if he will not do that thing that he's supposed to do. We can't go home freely. Whenever we want to go home, we have to pay for personal security to move. The last time I went home for my yoga stars, I know how much I paid. I know how many mobile police I have to get. Is that the way we are supposed to live?
Anyway,
is that the way we are supposed to live? Is that what we are voted for?
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you.
God will
Let's
help
talk
us,
to
and
someone
I
else.
pray for more
Thank
grace
you.
for you, my brother.
God
Just
bless you.
more
Thank
grace
you.
to speak the truth. Just always be on the true side, please. God
Thank
bless
you.
you. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Oh, you wanted to talk to him. Oh, I didn't know. Okay.
Because you know one thing.
Yeah.
You know one thing. Hello, people. You know one thing. When people come out to say, I am not defending any government. You know me. I will not, because he is talking now, saying a government of the democracy. He said he's a politician. Watch the statement. You are now mocking people who supported him, even if you don't support him. I don't support anyone. Guess what? These people that are mocking people now, those people that are mocking, now tell me, what was the bedrock of them voting Obaseki? Was it not change? Is it not because of the suffering they have been suffering? They wanted a change. They saw him like a kind of somebody who would change it. But they found out that he was wrong. Now look at him now saying they mocking, he's a scam and things. You see where they manipulate people. Now caller, you said you have been a politician and you live in diaspora and you have been living in that country. What is the problem now that you know that the solution that will be what we want to do, what we can use in changing this whole political system? Because for me, I think everything is wrong. From A to Z is wrong.
Yes, everything is wrong.
In diaspora, what do you think it's going to be? You already mocking people who think that they want change. People want change. I want change. I want my people to be free. Then you are calling down and you are mocking them. You cannot mock them. Why don't you provide a solution? You said you were a politician. Where can the time only to make sure that this thing does not come again? What did you do? These are the problems. Okay, you are not telling them that they should go and be carrying a scam so that you can sell it back to other people. You see, they cannot tell you and say, now, everybody, let us remove everything. Let us restructure the system again and put the right people in government. They will never come and tell you. They will never come and tell you. They will sell this one will sell it to us again. The other one will sell it to us. It is time for us to tell you why you are so tired. Let everybody leave. They will be like people in government. They will not come and tell you that. He said he's a politician, but you're a politician. You couldn't provide evidence of what a truth. You were defining democracy. This is democracy you are enjoying here. Why don't you use the same democracy and say, now, these are the things that we are going to do? Give us the resources. Bring out the mechanism. Because for me, all of them fail from them to say.
All of them. All.
You are coming now, you have to say that was one best. What made the people to vote Obaseki? It's because they are tired of, they wanted change.
Let me play a bit of this video for them before I pick another course. Thank you very much, Israel. Thank you. God bless you, my brother. Guys, I want you guys to listen to this video for 1 minute or two.
9 million people. So we are a very big country, but we don't think big. A few people just want to sit down and control everything and limit us and keep us small, thinking that they are doing us a favor. And I expect that you have to now begin to have that understanding that this country needs to be opened up. The space needs to be opened up. There is enough space for everybody. But it starts with the political emancipation first. And we've done it in Edo. You cannot say these are the godfathers or the people holding the system. Now, they don't exist. They don't. So we've gone through that process. The next now is how do we, now have we opened up this political space, how do we now express ourselves? How do we organize to make sure we begin to attract people to come in, attract investments, so that people can bring money in here and we'll do well? We've not done much. But look at now I've said, before I construct any highway now, any road, I will shine my eye and make sure I clean up the area first. Look at what happened, we've just done in Okoromi and Amagba. Just because of the main roads, the infrastructure we put in there. See how the communities are killing each other. Because the value of those assets have gone up. And we can see growth in so many areas. People are calling. Look at rental values. Rents are just going up. The economy is growing. It will grow because the human beings exist. And these human beings need goods and services. For you as influencers, I hope that as you leave this audience.
Do you know that the statement from Governor Obaseki, I don't really have any issue with it apart from that part, okay? Yes, I like the fact that he let Edo people know that he's listening to us. I like the fact that he understands that our plight is already affecting him, so he responded. I like that, okay? But the part where he referenced to Okoromi and saying the community are killing themselves, I don't like that part. And you cannot force me to like everybody are entitled to their own opinion. I don't like that part because the reason why I don't like that part, although he never meant no harm, but as a governor, the first citizen of the state, that means you are aware that our youth are killing themselves. You're supposed to do something about it. Whoever that killed supposed to be jailed. You know, that's what I was expecting. So we have more people trying to call in right now. Hello, my brother, Wilfred. Also, talk to me, my brother.
Greetings, Ide. I'm sorry, I have not been following for too long now, but I just want to touch on where I've been following you from. You know, talking about this guy that this governor invited to Benin, which I had two of my brother have already, give a very nice comment about.
Banky W, yeah.
Yes, this is a slap on our face, the Edo.
Okay.
You see where we, the Edo, that's why we need to start speaking up, because now it's just a show of a shame that he went all the way to Lagos. And Lagos was his base before he came to Benin. Now, he now look outside or inside all the Benin intellectuals, people of great mind that he cannot even, is it wrong for him to have invited persons from Nigeria Watch team to be, these are the people who know Benin, who know our feelings. So why would he go far? That's just to tell us that this guy doesn't really care about the Edos.
My brother, do you know how much he paid for Banky W to come to Edo State?
Exactly. Is that not mismanagement of funds? Because if you had actually kind of bring people from Benin, you would have paid that money that you pay to somebody else. That you are mismanaging the fund of those. And secondly, he was talking about the issue of the road. Because of the road that he tied, that the community are begin killing themselves. That is a very big shame on Governor Obaseki for him to have vomit that from his mouth, because it is as it's enshrined in the Nigeria Constitution in section 14 and 2. It said the primary purpose of government is the security and the welfare of his people. So that means if you have constructed a road and you cannot secure the life of the people who's going to apply that road, it's a failure to your own person as a governor. Because your duty is to protect the life of the people. So imagine you gave us a road, you couldn't protect our life to apply that road. That means you are failed. Then another thing I want Edo people to listen carefully to. That man has shoes tied to just let us know that it's not going to be creating road, constructing roads for the next 3 years. People should go and mark this down. Because he indirectly says if he had not constructed the road, people wouldn't have been killing themselves.
In Okoromi, let me play it. Hold on, my brother. Just hold on. Let me play it again. And before that, yes, hold on. Just hold on, my brother. Just hold on. Jonathan Kelly, yes, I would like you to call back again, but just hold on so that you and Israel can sort that out. You were very polite, but although Israel disagree with you, but it doesn't mean he's angry with you. All right, you all are our family, but I would like you to call back, and Israel, both of you can address this. But let's play that video again one more time.
Construct any highway now, any road, I will shine my eye and make sure I clean up the area first. Look at what happened. We've just done in Okoromi and Amagba. Just because of the main roads, the infrastructure we put in there. See how the communities are killing each other. Because the value of those assets have gone up.
How can a governor say because of the road he has done in Okoromi, the community that killing themselves because the value, he said because of the value have come up. You use a killing.
It's 21 hours. I know that this man is not actually fighting for the interest of the people. A governor, a leader, you cannot come out in a public media and speak in that manner, telling us if not because of the road, when we know that we are crying for development. Roads, we have dilapidated roads all over the country, especially in Edo State. We don't have good roads. Then you are trying indirectly letting us know that you are not going to be constructing road in the next 3 years before you leave the office. That is just indirectly what he has just come out to say. Because it was your purpose, it's your purpose to have been able to secure the life of the people first. Okay, when these communities were killing themselves, what measure did you put in place to make sure you actually protect the lives of the people that have died? Or you prevent that from occurring? What measure? What architecture, security architecture, with all the millions of nairas security votes that comes into the state every month? My people, I want to urge all our brothers and sisters who actually voted for this governor. I want to appeal to us, including me. We all should start speaking up. We should, if it's possible, everybody who voted for this Obaseki, who called in their people in Nigeria, should start a protest. We should protest to the governor's office that he has disappointed us. The diaspora should take a lead in this, because it was the diaspora that to come into power. So we in diaspora, I think we should start to organize our people back home to go and cry and let the governor know that he has never protected our lives since we vote him into power. So for that reason, our people, next politician that is coming to tell you SYC, be wise on how you will cast your vote. APC, PDP, they are birds of same feather. It's better you give your vote to a candidate who will not even win than give a win and still use your vote to destroy you, because they will never change. They will never change. You can use APC or PDP
to
elect a president, but you cannot get a leader from them. That's just a fact. You can get a president, but you cannot get, and we need a leader. That is what we are looking for. Thank you, my brother, and have a good day in London.
Thank you. All right, we have more people calling in. Let's talk to hello, good evening to you, Mr. Jeff. You're calling us right now all the way from Benin. Talk to us, sir.
Okay.
Good evening
Thank
to
you
you.
very much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, brother. Yeah, today event was just like nothing really good came out. The thing, yeah, if I want to score it, I will score it like 20% for the governor. He was just able to come and express himself to the people. If you look at what he said, he talked about the 90 years hospital and the 5 years hospital. So he was able now to come out to say, I'm not building a motor park there. That is just one thing he came out to tell us.
Yeah.
And the other one, he also came out to tell us that he don't want to fight politically again. He don't want to be fighting any leaders. The way he fought to Shomole, now he fought to Danobi, fighting other people. So he don't want to fight again. So that is just what he came to tell us, that now he want to field governance. So that is it. But the only thing that pains me was that he was not able to tell us things that he have actually really done, apart from that Okoromi road that he created, that he was so proud of. And again, he keep on again, give us a promise. It's always a promise, governor. He promised again, which he does not keep his promise, that he's going to give 10,000, produce 10,000 softwares. So how is he going to do that? Did he have a computer school? Did he have anywhere that you have created that people are going out to learn and how to go on softwares? Not like that, but he just come out openly to tell us he wants to create 10,000 softwares people. So how can that be possible? So he just giving all his calm. He just tried to tell us something that will sweet our heart. He just tried to make us feel that
is the best, you know. Like the way he said that Nigerian government were printing money, but he told them this, you know, all these are just something that you want to get popularity, because you know that his popularity has gone down. But believe me, the social media influencer will start up again from tomorrow, from the next week.
Yeah,
Start up again.
especially that statement he made by referencing killing just to promote what he did in Okoromi road. Yeah, that's not right.
Yes. It's not right at all.
Yeah.
It's not right, because like what that caller said, it's his duty to protect life and property for people. That is his primary objective as a governor. So, but if you start coming up to tell all at the end, he's aware that they are killing themselves. They were not able to stop it. So the issue is that until we find good government, who will know that to be a governor, you are just a messenger to the people, not that you feel proud to come up. You know that you are the people's messenger. So you will do what is right for the people. Until we have such governor, that is when this country will be good.
Thank you, sir.
And that is when Edo State will become a better place for all of us.
Thank
so
you,
that
sir.
is it for now. I will still contribute more later.
No problem.
More will listen.
We are here.
More will come up and speak.
All right,
Thank
sir.
you very much.
Thank you, sir. God
Yes,
bless
sir.
you. Hello. Good evening to you. Your name and where you calling us from? Go ahead. Hello. Are you there? We lost you there. I'm picking someone else now. Hello. Oh, I'm sorry. We lost you. I have to talk to someone else. Hello. Good afternoon to you. My brother, you're calling back, right?
Yeah, Mr. Again, this is Jonathan Kelly.
Okay. You want Israel to talk to you now, right?
Yeah, it could have been nice. I don't know how you are going to do that.
Yeah, of course.
It would have been nice. I'm sure you didn't really get me clearly. I am not a supporter of a particular candidate right now. I want to let him understand. If I want to categorically say this, I've been away from Nigeria now for almost.
Okay, hold on. You and Israel talk now, but no argument. Just 4 minutes. Mr. Israel, our brother called back again because of you.
What we need to do is to lecture ourselves, lecture our people. So it will not be mature. I don't participate in a situation where people do arguments. I learn.
Okay.
So Mr. Israel, like I said, though I wrote there that you replied my call with prejudice, I am very sure you didn't get me clearly. Now, listen, number one, I said I was in politics and I've been away from Nigeria for the past 25 years. So it means I'm not being partisan politics. I'm not being practical. Even my friends, I don't mention it anymore that I'm a politician. When we talk, when we do things, they refer to me as a politician. So if people like us, when we're very young and we're in politics and we're trying to learn, and what was going on, in fact, we were working for some leaders whom we thought, okay, they were very clean. I use Oyegun, for example. I got injured even in my head during the time of Oyegun. God is witness. People like us we never collected a dime, just like these young guys are doing now. People are saying Obaze or whatever they work, they're supposed to be paid. We never collected a dime because we believed the man was the best among the other person that was coming. So that was why even the coins we had, then we used it for him. This very man that is doing this program now, I think it should be his senior brother, his uncle. I was his personal assistant. It was when he was made the chairman of Edo State Fertilizer Distribution Committee. That is when he said to me, my PA, you see, you have been very calm. This is when you benefit. Unfortunately for us, Abacha struck. So we didn't get anything. So I just want to quickly put that clearly to you. So that we want to cajole people. No, I'm not even practical. I'm not partisan anymore. But the truth must be said. I'm very sure you live abroad. Like when I mentioned the dividends of politics, it is our right. We are not supposed to beg for it. We are not. Because I know what is happening in Africa.
Okay. All right. Both of you need to round up now so that we can talk to someone else and round up, please.
So the line is ruling as a governor, is not doing anywhere. The other one come and he does some little thing and we are making reference and saying at least he tried past the other one. It is not supposed to be so. We have to discourage that, please. That is the area I'm going to. All of us that are here, we need to discourage it. We need to make noise always.
Okay, Mr. Jonathan, allow Israel to talk so that we round up, please.
Mr. Jonathan, with all due respect, I am not here to argue with people. I am here to enlighten and make sure that the dividends of democracy is shared among every individual in that given political system. Like I always said, if you listen to my speech whenever I speak here, a little boy with a funny name who believes that that state or that society has a place for him to be given a chance, regardless of the race of whatever he belongs to. As long as he has the people at heart, he must be given the chance. You just said that you suffered the injuries during I'm sorry for that, but this is the thing we are talking about. As far as you live in the diaspora, you see how the democracy works. Instead of us coming out to mock people who tell them because they were trying to occupy their franchise because they want the dividends of democracy as well. We should be able to educate them to start using what the necessary tools and putting them on ground to make sure that everybody don't make the wrong choice anymore. And making sure that the right people on ground to structure that state, because you and I know that state, that structure of that state, the foundation of the political foundation of that state has been hijacked. Until that political structure is being fixed, there's no way any government can come. This is my problem with them. People are still trying to put people there because they don't understand that they want to make money and just put in their pocket. They don't even care about you and I. So why do I have to fight for people who doesn't care about me and you?
Okay.
Me and you?
Okay. So
lastly, Mr. Diggin, please, for 1 minute, I want Mr. Israel to know that him and I belong to the same camp. I am having a dream of a situation where people will not go voting because of 500 naira. That is my dream. And so I want you and I, Israel, Diggin, myself, and other good-acting Nigerians who know what is good. I want us to come together, especially where we go making our own campaign. It may not work in the next 4 years. It may take us 20 years.
Exactly.
We're going to build it and let us go and build it. That is my drive. That is my desire. That is my desire. That's why I'm making reference to working for Oyego and all that. I have my group who will work there and stop. We never ask for coin. We never ask for nothing. So we are looking for, God later helping me and I came to Europe and I saw it better. So that is why I would be angry anytime if any family member would be forcing their people at home and say, go and vote for a particular person. If you don't do that, I'm not going to give you money. It is wrong.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
It might take us some years. Let us go and build our agenda in Nigeria.
Thank you. I'm not sure. Mr. Israel, please hold on. Mr. Jonathan, are you part of our Niger Watch family group?
I don't think I am yet. It's just most of the time I'm just there watching you, and with the program going on today, I really stayed put, I really stayed put for today.
Okay, please. I want you to send a message to this WhatsApp you are calling right now and just say it is me, Mr. Jonathan. Add me to the group. I'll add you, okay?
Okay. All right, brother. Okay, brother. All right, peace.
Thank you. God bless both of you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. Yeah. Hello. Good evening to you. Your name and where you are calling us from. Oh no, that one is a lot of people are calling in. We need to round up now. Hello, Alex, calling us from Amagba, Benin City, Nigeria, Edo State. Talk to me, Alex. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Niger Wash. How are you?
I'm good, my brother. How are you doing?
I'm okay. How is UK? How is the weather? What time is it over there?
It's 9:12. I think the time is changed now. You guys are 10 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
The time changed last night. The time changed last night here.
Thank you for creating this platform. Thank you.
Thank you, my brother.
Work. May God bless you. May God continue to strengthen you.
Amen.
Thank you for the chance and the opportunity you give us to express ourselves.
Of course.
So
of course.
thank you.
God.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I want to say that you should never trust politicians. I've always learned that from the Bible and from other books I've read. You should never ever trust politicians. The story of Daniel taught me a lot. Daniel was very close to the king in the Bible. When he was praying, made mistakes and he broke the law. He was very close to the king, a very close friend according to the Bible. He was like one of the people that were nominated by the king to do some duties. But when he was going to be thrown to the lions, then the king was there. He could not stop it, and he could have stopped it. So that's a politician for you. They only use you when they need you. By the time they get that power, they are different people entirely. I don't trust them.
All right.
Most of them are devils. I watched the video that you played.
Did
So
you hear where the governor actually made a reference to yes, how the communities are killing themselves?
I didn't want to call this evening. Sometimes I just watch the program and I enjoy it. I listen to other people's conversation. But after that comment, that's why I said I really have to try to call if my call will be answered, you know.
Okay.
You know, for him to mention that statement, he shot himself on the leg. Because that means he has been listening. That means he's a wicked man. He's a very wicked man. To watch people kill themselves. He couldn't bring his executive power into play. He couldn't activate his powers. No. I'm disappointed in him. He doesn't care. That's why you should not kill yourself over these people. I'm talking now to Albert Obaze and all those guys. They should not always carry all these guys on their head next time. Yeah, I know that they have to find a source of livelihood. They are doing their own to create their own future. It's good. They are also engaged in a way so that they can be discouraged from crime too. But these guys don't want it. These leaders don't want it. They don't want it. They just have one target: the money they are going to steal.
Very sad.
That's what they do. That's what they are. Very wicked. They are evil. They are diabolic. They are dark. They are very occultic vampires. These guys don't care. So he knew about Ahoromi crisis those days, and he kept quiet. He shot himself on the foot now. So I'm disappointed in him. No politician can fool me again with they are fighting me. They say I should come and share money. That's what he has been using to fool. He also mentioned the same thing now. That some people want to control. Those states doesn't have godfathers. How did you get your tickets to campaign as a PDP member in 1 week? Yeah, how did you buy it? Did you pay godfathers? Should we talk to you? Like a caller said, we have to pay back by spreading all his loopholes, by continuing to attack him constructively, though. The way we also voted for him, the way people from diaspora, even those here, motivated their family members to vote, we can also motivate people to continue to spread all the bad things happening here. Like the road in Kewan Road, if you can put that in perspective and spread the videos. Like the anti-grazing law now that he has succeeded in brainwashing everybody to be quiet with a fake town hall meeting. Have you heard anything now? Till today they are still kidnapping. Go to Ekuma, go to Auchi, everywhere in Edo State. Nowhere is safe. If you are going to Lagos now, you will pray in tongues until your boss reach Lagos. You have to speak in tongues. All true. Quoting Bible, reminding God all your offerings and tithes because of Fulani S-men. So the guy is not a Bini, and he brings people. I've always known. After he won, he did a party. The same team. He brought people from Lagos. He brought musicians. He brought caterers. He brought comedians. Very bad. And we have all those things in those states. That's not patriotism. I'm not tribalistic, but Lagos people can never come to Benin to say, come and pack all those things and let's go. No. Lagos state government patronize Lagos citizens. It's an encouragement. When you were campaigning, running everywhere, Benin is where you ran to Abuja and spoke to those in that area. But now you have won, you have just become a scam. So you knew people were fighting themselves in Amagba and in Ahoromi. Because of the roads he built or the land grabbing issues. He knew all those things. The guy...
He referenced to it today, so I'm surprised though.
Yeah, that means he's even listening to us now. He's online, on live. Very soon, there will be a technology that will be showing you how many people are really watching, who and who. You will be seeing it. In fact, you'll be seeing everybody. You will see space very soon. We'll get there. He's watching. His team are watching. They used to brief him. If he's not watching personally, his team are watching. His so-called crack team. So now this will serve as a lesson to all of them that are running after 20K, 100K, money that will finish in 1 week. The money you can't use for a month. I don't understand. These guys are just after, all they want is the billions of dollars coming from borrowed money. It trickles down from Aso Rock. They don't care about you. If they want to leave, or if any election is coming, now he knows that presidential election is coming next year. That's in the campaign will start by next year. He has started his games again now. He's engaging influencers. And inside the engagement now, he's also messing up. Not using Edo people. He's just slapping us, telling us we don't know how to do anything.
Very sad.
He will go and bring caterer. He will go and bring caterer, ordinary caterer from Lagos. Lagos people that don't know how to cook. Yoruba food, you cannot eat it. Oily food. He will go and bring comedians. He will go and bring musicians.
All right, let's go. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
sir, please, just one more thing, sir. Please,
Yeah.
one more thing, sir.
Yeah.
We should find a way. Although we are always in between a witch and a wizard, demon and devil. We don't know how we can get a trustworthy set of people that will come out. I mean, we can't just leave this space for these guys. How do we get people? Because very soon now, election will come. It has to start now. What are we doing in that regard? Is it the sense of people again? I don't know if you guys abroad have plans, but election is coming. They are all preparing now. Government election is coming. Presidential election is coming. What's the way forward for us in this family?
We'll talk about it. That question, please ask that same question on the platform, okay?
All right, thank you.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you. Yeah. Hello, sir. Do you want to contribute? I'm live. Okay, I'll do it soon. All right. Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Go ahead. Good morning. Hello, turn down your system. Your name. Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello, are you hearing me?
I can hear you now, madam. Go ahead. Good evening to you.
Good evening. Thank you, Nadia Wash, for what you are really doing. I bless God for your life. I thank God for everything for your life.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah, I just want to ask you a question.
Okay.
Because I'm just watching you since I don't even know what to even say at all. What Obaseki is doing. Is it too late to bring this man out of that place?
Yes, of course, it's too late because the only option is to impeach him, but the people who are supposed to impeach him are working under him. So, and it's still giving everybody hope. So let's keep fingers crossed.
Because this is nonsense. You understand everything that he's just doing. I still surprised that people will still be support. That is Jesus. I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Eh? When everybody was saying, everybody was, trying to make him to go there. Everybody was calling their families, you have to vote. Everybody spend money for this man. Now, if we go and even bring a caterer from Lagos to come and cook it's a big slap in Edo people. It's a big slap.
But when we talk, people attack us. When we try to talk, people attack us. I don't know what they want.
You know one thing, even though people are attacking us, even though you talk, you are saying the right thing. Because those people that is attacking, they have already paid them, they have already given them money. You understand? But what we need to do, if we can riot, if it's not too late, let this man live there, because this man, he will teach people money too, and go on to Lagos, because Lagos is living. He will go and build a estate there, build everything for his own family there.
No,
he
was already a rich man anyway before he became a governor. So
what is going on? What is you
I think he's under pressure. That's all.
Why is he not doing like this? Why is he not behaving like this?
I think he's under pressure, and that is my concern. I want him to speak. That's the only area I have issue with him. He's not speaking, he's not exposing anybody, and he's under pressure. They are putting him under pressure. He's supposed to expose them.
You're supposed to know that when you talk, you die. When you don't talk, you will still die.
Exactly. He's supposed to talk.
That is the number one thing. He's supposed to think in his head that this life, you will not live here forever. You will not live here forever. I just want to ask that question.
Thank you.
I don't even know what to. I just want to ask him. If it's not too late, let us
impeach
him or riot to take him out of that place before he destroys those states totally. I know you have only destroyed it because people are still saying it's working. Me, I never see what he do. I never see what he do. You understand?
Thank you, madam.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you,
Remain
madam.
blessed.
Yeah, bye for now. Hello, good evening to you. We have 2 more callers and I'm done. Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling us from.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, Mr. Elvis. This is Obede from Texas.
Okay, Mr. Obed, I can hear you very clear. Good evening to you, sir.
All right. Good evening. Listen, man. About the conference, Obaseki and the banking W and the others. That's a very big slap in to those state citizens. You understand? Because if we want to start with this thing, where was banking W and others when all of us were all shouting for Shomole and the rest during the election?
Okay.
You understand? Those citizens voted Obaseki, not banking W. You understand? Let's be clear. Let me make a proper example. You know, like me, I live in Houston here. You know,
yeah.
When is this stuff going on in Houston, like a motivational talk? You know, we have bigger influencers in Americas here. You know, concerning music or education or stuff like that. If it's concerning music, you will not see Texas or Houstonians go to California to go and bring a California native like Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. They will use their own, like trade.
Yeah.
You know, they will use their own local artists here to talk to the people here. You understand? So what Obaseki is doing is just making us feel that we are nothing. You understand? And again, what we are saying now from Obaseki, let's be clear and let's be straight. Oshomole did all these things ×2 before Obaseki. Obaseki is just copying from his master. You understand? And all these things Obaseki is doing now, he has done with devil.
That's why I said that's why I don't support any of them because I just answered somebody earlier on.
The truth.
Don't support any of them.
Obaseki have done with the devil. If you should look at it, let's go back. If you look at all the governors that contested during Obaseki's time in their second term, Obaseki was the only opposition that won his election. Why? We don't know what Obaseki went to do in Abuja with the meeting he held with what's his name, the president. You know, that's why this anti-grazing bill law, Obaseki will never sign it because he has dined with the devil to make sure he defeats Oshomole. You understand? So Oshomole is part of this problem because if Oshomole did not give Obaseki this problem, if he had left Obaseki in APC, man, Obaseki wouldn't have gone that far to make sure he used everything to defeat Oshomole. You understand? So, my brother, I'm not for Obaseki. Obaseki has failed us. For real, he has failed us, and we should just try and you know, come up with something because right now this Nigeria Watch is no longer a media; it's a movement. You know, how can we build something like what Alex is saying? You know, we should start coming up with something, holding a seminar to sensitize our people. You know, you remember the last time we did, sometime we talked, I said, look, it is we in abroad here that have data, you know, to watch Nigeria Watch. People back home, people in the grassroots that vote, they don't even know what is Nigeria Watch. You understand? How do we reach those people that they give 500, that they give 1,000, that they give rapper, that they give a bag of rice, you know, to vote for them? How do we reach these people? We should start doing all these things. We know you have your team back there in leftists and the rest, but at the end of the day, leftists is just doing his own thing. But we should start organizing this seminar. We have a person like, what's his name, Stali Osaze, you know, we can as well sensitize them, tell them what we know here, how we can do it. Look at how Malema the EFS started in South Africa. You know, they broke us from a party. You understand? So that is what we should be thinking towards now. You know, we cannot, you know, it may be possible that we cannot succeed in the next 2 or 3 years. It will take time, but let's start building something now. You know,
okay.
You understand?
Thank you, sir.
That's all I have to say. You know, brother. Thank you.
God bless you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Our last caller for the night. Hello, good evening to you. Your name and where you are calling us from. Hello.
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Nigeria Watch.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
I'm IY from Switzerland.
Okay, sir. Go ahead. Talk to us. Be quick, sir.
Please, can I ask you a quick question, please?
Yes, go ahead.
Can we prepare? Because the only this social media right now that are capable to do one or two things in Edo State there. Can we prepare you or Eranobigo for the next governor of Edo State? I want to know.
No, for me, I'm not ready.
We cannot make an open account where everybody will contribute then to just make one particular party, a fresh party, where one person will come outside and contest as the governor.
No, for me, I'm not ready. Just count me out. I'm not ready for that yet.
Okay, because now with what this Alaye governor is saying just now, because I call him Alaye, because I never knew that this man was even watching your program every day when you were crying about your health for Koromi.
Of course, he's watching.
This thing really, really touched me. As I'm talking to you just now, you will hear that I just reduced my television because I'm watching you. I just came back from work, and I'm going very, very mad with this Alaye governor. Because you cannot sit down there in government house and be watching Nigeria Watch every day in this program, crying about land grabbing and all other things that are happening in Edo State, and you refuse to answer. All for you came out today and start talking that when you just type, I don't see any road when you type for me there. I don't see any road there. That is one. Then two, who found Lagos? Not be Edo found Lagos. In the history of Lagos, is it not Edo that found that Lagos? If you want to go to the history of Benin, then why should you go to Lagos and bring Banky and what is the name of the other, the Ketchat and other people to come and teach Edo people how to cook or sing music? We have one of the greatest musicians in the world from Benin.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Let's move on.
Yeah, when you cry every day for land grabbing.
Thank you. God bless you. Everybody does laugh for the statement when you talk for comment section now. Thank you. Hello, Madam Florence Omorige, good evening to you. Talk to us.
Good evening, Mr. Nigeria Watch. See, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
The governor has told us that there's no more roads will be constructed. It's as well as to be forgotten. He has said it. He said he has to shine his eyes. In other words, if constructing roads, and by the way, I wish Nigeria Watch could send his team to Ohoromi, let them go and video the bridge he built there, the so-called development, the so-called road that he said he constructed. That's the reason why the youth in the community are killing each other. Can we see the road? Okay, is the road as good as what the governor Governor Odili is doing in River State? Or the other governor, the other one that you filmed, you showed us on video the other day, the other eastern state, where they have skyscrapers and big bridges all over the place. Huh?
It's
Can
sad.
it be compared to the so-called small community, muddy, rain-washing gutter roads? There are no gutter roads that he constructed. That's a slap on our faces. I feel so insulted. I really do. So is that the reason why he has not been able to finish the 8 kilometers Ekewa road in 2 years? Come on. See, this governor has no respect for us. And today he showed it to us. It's a shame. It is a shame. I'll tell you something. Okay? It's a slap on the face of every diasporan that supported him. Okay? So, and then another thing is, this is what happens when you do things with sentiments and emotions. Okay? We knew, look, let me tell you, I know people knew that this governor was no good. But because we have been emotional and sentimental, why would he be, maybe Oshomole, we don't want Oshomole to be Godfather. See now, at the end of the day, look at what we got. Somebody telling us that he will shine his eyes. Do you know what that means? I'll shine my eyes before I would walk on any community road. So that's why 8 kilometers, the K1 road, is still there, left unfinished. And I am highly affected by that road not being completed. Okay? Now let me tell you something else, lastly, because I know you gotta go.
Yeah.
Look, if we have the funds and the resources and the support, you see those social media influencers that they gathered today and they gave them $20,000 in envelopes, I would say let us call all of them back again. Let's converge social media, and then we have to resolve that. Look, let us from now start looking for the next governor that will work for us. One that thinks that we are deserving of huge projects, infrastructures.
Other thing, Madam, other thing that actually surprised me in that hall today, none of those invitees, none of them could ask any relevant question. None. And why?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why they couldn't say anything. Because they felt honored to be in his presence. That's the problem. See how he's talking down to us. We should be standing and asking questions, but everybody is, okay, they choose me. They were able to call me, so I feel honored. I better pass my neighbor. So nobody wants to ask questions if they will allow them. He was talking down to us. I was, okay, can you please send your team to Okoromi to go and show us the road? I beg. I want to see it. What did he construct there?
Don't worry, we'll cover that. We'll cover that this week. Don't worry.
I'm outraged.
Thank you.
I am very much outraged. I feel, yes, we deserve better. And we have to start working towards that now. Let's not waste any time. Let's come together. Social media presenters, come on, let us come together. Let's put aside our differences. Okay, let's come together. Let us start scouting for the next governor that feels that we are deserving of great bridges like the ones they are doing, Wike is doing in Rivers State, and then the other state. I keep forgetting the name. We deserve better. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, people, I'm not picking any calls anymore. Let me respond to one or two comments right here. You guys don't understand. As for me, I'm not blaming the broad Banky W, but what I'm not happy about, the broad Banky W, I could not learn anything from him. So any amount they paid Banky W was a waste. And I got another person here who asked me a question earlier on. I need to respond to that question. Let me see if I can find it. He talked about it if I'm invited. Okay, Mr. John C. Emmanuel, say at Niger Watch. Let me put that on the screen because that's a simple answer for me. He said at Niger Watch, if you are called tomorrow in Benin State to come give a motivational talk to youth, will you say no, that they should call Benin person? Of course, I will not say no. But do you know what? How many of those people they have called? They have actually called. Let's be frank. How many? Let's say in Lagos, how many of those persons they have called to give a motivational speech? How many of those people they have called in every state in the whole Nigeria to give a motivational speech? It's only at those states I see when you are having your wedding, you go bring a musician from Lagos or from Imo or from Anambra State to come and play for you. Okay, now, I'm not tribalistic, okay? I'm fair. But I'm going to ask now, how many of these people outside of those states, I don't want to measure their tribe. That's why I don't want to apply tribalism here. But let me say these people. I will just be saying it like that. Okay, how many of these people in Anambra, Enugu, Imo, Lagos State have carried a Benin musician? Say, okay, come and play in my daughter's wedding. How many? Listen, guys, it's time for we to wake up, okay? Say things how it is. Sometimes it might sound hurtful, but just say it how it is. I'm the most transparent person on earth, in case you don't know. And I don't have fear for anything. That's why I said it's better you dig me. If you dig me, PDP that I'm always talking about today. If you, God, I was born inside, okay? I know these things. I know what I'm talking about. But I still don't like them. That's just the fact. I don't like them. These people don't mean well for us. Okay, let's assume the way they brought Banky W today and we'll learn one or two things from Banky W. That would be beautiful. But we could not learn anything from Banky W. For me, I couldn't. I don't know what he was talking about. I've heard that story before. I've said it in so many churches before. I've seen it I've watched it on social media, so I don't know what he was talking about. Hello, my brother, talk to me. I thought I'm done, but go ahead.
Sorry, just okay, I know it's just a quick little bit of piece of advice. I just want to advise my two people. No nya your song, no manya understand ya. So what I'm trying to say is that those we should start learning how to encourage, support our own brand. Okay, if you see what Obaseki just did now, this is not the first time. This is not the second time. This has been happening. I remember when we were growing up, we used to have those who will invite musicians from Lagos, like Sonia Day, Shino Peter, and the likes, to come and play in a social event in Benin back in the day. So this thing has been in us. You understand? I think it's where Obaseki is copying all this from. We already know that Obaseki did not grow in Benin. But what I'm trying to say is that our people should learn how to encourage, support our brands. We have great people. We have good musicians. We like Kolas just said, we are the best cook in Nigeria. We know how to cook very well. So we should start supporting, encouraging our local brands there. That's the only way we can grow. Because by the time you start seeing us going from Edo to Lagos and inviting people, the children that is going to take over us, we also learn that from us.
Exactly.
Before you know, we will not have a state called our own again. Most especially from this even Benin language speaking. You cannot go to Yoruba man and see a Yoruba family speaking English. People, no matter how educated they are, they still speak that they are Yoruba. So we should start learning, teaching our children. Let's teach them the culture. This is our music. This is our language. I think that is where we should also start from that also. Because we don't know who the next generation, who the next governor is going to be. So we need to start instilling this in our own self as a people. I think that is also another way we can also promote what we have. You know, as an Edolite, that's just a piece of advice I just wanted to chip in. Thank you very much.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you so much. Thank you. Oh God, another person calling the how can somebody be calling me a video call? I'm not sure you want to talk to me. You're calling me with a video call. In fact, I did video. You call me with video call. Can't you guys see me? Somebody is calling me with a video call. I'm here. You can see me already. You're still calling me with a video call. My God. I don't understand that. All right, my people, let's round up. I'm coming back again straight away. We have Comrade Stanley Osazos talking about some part of this issue right now on Niger Watch. You can watch him, but I'm coming back straight away for Emmanuel Agbogun, who also came to talk about another thing. In fact, it's a busy night. So let me end this one right now. But while I'm ending this one, before I come up, join Comrade Stanley Osazos on Niger Watch right now. Thank you very much, my people. I love you all. In fact, make una hear this last one before I go. I want to make una hear them.
I construct any highway now, any road, I will shine my eye and make sure I clean up the area first. Look at what happened. We've just done in Okoromi and Amagba. Just because of the main roads, the infrastructure we put in there. See how the communities are killing each other. Because the value of those assets have gone up. And we can see growth in...
Nayeram, I bet make join me. Join Comrade Stanley Osazos in the life now, or join me in 1 minute. In 1 minute on Emmanuel Agbogun's video. So you have different varieties right now. So it's up to you what you want to join. I appreciate every one of you. We are not here to criticize Governor Obaseki. I don't have anything against Governor Obaseki. In fact, I love this conference today. The only two things I pointed out is Banky W coming in. I did not really see any reason why he was brought to Edo State, because his speech, I was not motivated. So maybe you, who knows, it's my opinion. Maybe you like what he said, that's fine. But for me, I was not, because I know my governor paid him. If governor can pay everybody who attended, what about these important people? So I don't know. So I couldn't learn anything from his speech because I've heard it before. And the second part was when the governor referenced to the killing, how the community people are killing themselves. That's how I said it. How the community people are killing themselves because of the development he did in Okoromi. I don't like that part. I wish he can refrain. But what do I know? A lot of you will say, Naija what? Wait till you know. Wait till concern you. If governor told this one, it don't concern you. This one. But the end shall tell. You go know if time don't reach, wait till all of us know. So my people, now now we go round up on this one. Take care. I bet join me in the next 1 minute or join Comrade Stanley. Now God and God bless you now.